Oh, I got a hat with a 3% win rate. Never mind. Ooh. Yo, what's up, man? How are you doing? Even if you win a raffle or anything, the the fucking rates are still so low. So bro, how you doing? Running some bosses real quick. But actually, I think that the way that the drop rate is, the way the drop rate is right now is actually way better than it was before. Well, I named the stream title this because there's just like a few things I want to talk about with the game. It's it. Just like some issues that I feel like the game is having right now. But I'll probably go over that in a little bit. But the one I mostly want to talk about is how they did the rewards this week. I think it was a little bit too much, but I think it could also mean that we could be getting like updates a lot quicker than I thought before. Because if you look at the way that a lot of the items are right now, they got super devalued just within the last week, and you know this week is probably going to make it even worse. But it's weird, right? Because right now it's still super expensive to enhance. So there's like a weird discount on items, but then enhanced items are trading at a higher premium because it's so hard to even enhance them in the first place. All right, we did um our bosses, but I'm gonna go over just kind of how the the market is right now, right? So recently we have an event where they basically on the purified chaos energies, you can get these from CRA. They drop at a 100% rate now. So every single party that has done CRA pretty much gets one of these, right? And they went from, these were trading around 20 mil. And then, last week it was 10 mil. Then this week it's 3.8 mil. And then they're also going to drop 100% as well this week too. So expect these to keep dropping down because no one wants to buy these because they know that next week there's going to be at least another 2 to 3 thousand of them in the wild, and the team couldn't really walk backwards on this decision because they already had the rewards implemented. But I think that the balancing was a bit off because now that these are so cheap, all of the like CRA and Fafnir weapons are way cheaper. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with having these items be more accessible. I just think that the rate that they did it at didn't really make sense from a balancing perspective because this game has been out for maybe 3 to 4 weeks now, but they're already accelerating the economy by maybe by about like 2 to 3 months. Like we wouldn't have gotten all these prices until like 2 to 3 months later, just due to the fact that the drop rate was much lower. I think that before they did this rewards event, the way that the drop rate was perfect because it meant that even if you did the boss, like you still had a chance to get something good. And if you did you get something good, at least your item was worth something. Now that you're pretty much guaranteed to get that piece of item, it's not really as rewarding because the item itself is not going to be valued as highly, right? So um I think that they kind of messed up the balancing a little bit, and I think it affects, not just people that are clearing like end game content, but also people that are clearing like mid game content, right? Because if you owned any Von Leon or any Cygnus items, those also went down drastically because now Fafnirs and CRAs are just way more affordable. But the issue is that you can't even upgrade the CRA, so no one even wants them. It's such a weird balancing issue right now. But I also do wanna just show you guys as well that, um, like, if you are doing Damien or Lotus, right, you're getting pretty much 5 through 7 of these coins, at at least right now for the event. That means that, even Absolab is probably gonna run into the same exact issue as CRAs, because if you are guaranteed these coins, you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to obtain these Absolubs, right? So you go to the coin shop, you trade 11 of these in and you get you get a chance at one of these basically. And it just means that, in my opinion, where Absolab is right now is like extremely, extremely overvalued, because they're pretty much going to be 100% guaranteed to sell, right? Like these, I don't think like anyone should even pick them up. The only reason you would ever pick these up is if you're basically paying for the premium, that they're either one already enhanced, or two, you're paying for the enhancement to be cheaper. So that's the only reason why you'd even be paying for these in the first place. Otherwise, there's no point of paying for these, because they're pretty much guaranteed with how high the drop rate is right now. It's like you might as well just wait to get to get one of these. But I'm just complaining a little bit about the balancing issue, because I thought that they would try to make it a little slower, and then they just juice the rewards. It's not necessarily bad because people can get the items that they want, but then it devalues everyone's items because they made the supply too crazy. But some of the things that I also did want to talk about was, because they are issuing all these items a lot more, it also means they're accelerating the pace the game is going. That could mean that we could be getting like a bigger type of update. Like I can kind of see them doing fifth job earlier from now on, because now that all the game content has pretty much been cleared, right? They just need to release Hard Lotus, Hard Damien, and then the power level of the whole server is going to get up to a point where it's like they need more content. Yoink. Well, I'm not like trying to say like I I hate the changes. I just don't. I just think that they just accelerated it a little fast, and it makes it that the game balancing is a bit off, especially from a price perspective too, right? If you're looking at the Fafnir weapons to even enhance them right now, it's so crazy. Just to go 16 to 17 is 4 mil, right? Like, is this doesn't really make sense, because what happened was the supply shot up like an insane amount, and then people just I don't know, dude. They're just going crazy. Like, I don't even think this guy tapped that many times, right? And it doesn't really make sense. Like, I think that there's just something off about the balancing in this game, right? Like the rewards, I think this week were too crazy. I And then it's too expensive to enhance anything, so it's just like weird balancing. Honestly, big day in MSU. Okay, so I also do want to talk about kind of like my prediction, right? So a lot of people don't, maybe they don't know this because they don't play like GMS or KMS, but every half a year we get like a really, really big update for those games. And they're like the huge ones where like new classes come out, like big game changes come out, like new content, all those things. But we don't have anything like that right now for this game. But right around this time is when KMS and just regular MapleStory has those really big updates. And even just yesterday, uh I think that KMS had their showcase where they showcase like a shit ton of new content and just like really, really good stuff. And I think right now what this game is lacking is, it's kind of the same game for since beta. A lot of people, they didn't play in the beta, but for those that did, it's pretty much the same game. and nothing has really changed that much. And if you're just looking at it from like a pure gameplay perspective, like this game is very outdated compared to what we have in GMS. So I think that there's a really strong possibility that after this event, we could be getting like a teaser or a really big update, because like we really do need a big update. There's so many things that's honestly wrong with this game right now. And maybe if you're not playing a lot, or you're playing an easy class, you might not, or a good class, you might not realize, but the class balancing is really, really bad. Some classes are, they're struggling a lot because the game is balanced around having fit job. And right now there is just no fit job. So all these classes, they just might end up like being asked for a long time. And there's people invest a lot of money to get their class to a certain point, and it's very unrewarding when they only find out later that their class is really not that good and they have to wait a year for their class to even be able to do something. So that's why I think that there's like a very small possibility that we might be seeing the team do like an accelerated update. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, sorry, I was just kind of rambling, but yeah, I feel like we should be getting a big update, at least some sort of notification or a teaser or something, to tell us that they're actually updating the game with new content. Because right now, I think the game, even if you're just looking at it from a content perspective, is very lagging. And that was one of those classes. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just really bad balancing. And I feel like with just how they're handling the rewards and everything, that they want to accelerate the power scaling of the server right now. Once the prices stabilize out a little bit and people can afford to upgrade their Fapkin weapons, I mean the whole server uh is going to be in a place where they need more content to be able to just play the game to have fun. Because it'll get to a point where everyone is going to be able to solo slash duo Damien and Lotus. And then like from then on, like we need more bosses to do and stuff like that. So I'm expecting like a really big up, like some sort of like update next week once they have this event finished, because this event is just it's just too much, honestly. Without investments, you play this game for 1 month, take you to buy your first armor. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the point of the game, though. You're kind of expected to spend a little money. It's very free to play, unfriendly. Even at 1 mil range, you can't solo boss with NL. Yeah, I mean the game balancing is just bad, right? Like, it's just like I mean, like they're not gonna fix it. Like like if this game was like a good game, they would actually try to balance it. But it's just the fact that everything is hinged around like what the old Maple or the like the regular MapleStory does. They're not going to balance the game around Fort Job. It just doesn't make sense from a balancing perspective. Like if they really wanted to make this game balanced, they would give other classes tools slash buffs to for them to at least come in line with some of the better classes in the game. And also fix a lot of the bosses. A lot of the bosses are either one buggy, or two, they're just like they're just impossible to deal with for some classes, right? Like for example, not all classes can deal with Arcarium, like Shatter. Not all classes can deal with queens like Zombifies. Just stuff like that. That's just it just doesn't really make sense, because you're making it so that some classes can deal with those things but other classes can't. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that if you give them buffs in other areas, or they're stronger in other areas, but they just really aren't. So it's just really bad from a balancing perspective. So yeah, it's just a lot of really small, not even small, there's pretty big issues. But like I think that this game really needs just a big update to just make it way better. But also, I do want to talk about a bug I ran into last week. Good morning, KB. So, uh, basically, the bug, what happened was if you made over 100 mil NASO in your boss rewards, then it meant that your whole weekly rewards were bugged to the point where you couldn't even claim. How many coins do you farm per hour? Around 320K. So I just want to notify everyone that if you have somehow made over 100 mil in Nasolets for your boss rewards, then make sure you don't claim them all right away. You claim them one by one, and then you mint them, because if you claim over 100K, then you will not receive any rewards for that week. It's bugged right now. How many likes for Neo Ring? 1K like, bro. 1K like. 998 more. All right. At 1K subs, we're doing a vac pet giveaway. So, make sure to tell your friends to sub so you guys can win a vac pet. Not the expensive one. It's the U mushroom one. All right, guys. The U mushroom one. I don't gotta like that to the point where I can give out give out the fucking other one. But yeah, right now I'm just hoping for a fucking big update right now. There's a bug with transferring item marketplace, then back to the game. It stays forever. Yeah. There's just a lot of bugs like they need to hash out, right? But I mean, like, it's not like you want to really give them a pass because they delayed this game for so long and they had a lot of years to work on it. So I feel like they should be able to get it down. But it is like, kind of like new technology they're dealing with. So there's just going to be a lot of bugs in the first place. It's really annoying that we have to deal with it, but that's just the game we're playing. I mean, I ran into probably one of the most annoying bugs, which is not getting my weekly rewards last week. So, I had over 100 mil at least worth of stuff, and I can't get those stuff at all. But I mean, all I can do is wait and just hope that they fix it. It's really annoying though. But I'm really expecting that, you know, if you wanted Fafnir or CRA or anything like that, I think that next week is like a good time to even consider picking any up, because I mean it might get cheaper over time. Um but I don't know, like it just seems like a decent time to maybe consider just picking some up, even if you don't plan on using it right away because it's too expensive to enhance. Because the rates could drop again after next week. Just imagine if you have a set item that's been stuck for 4 days and support don't reply to your ticket. Yeah, the support in this game is like it's like really weird because like you don't really know how the tech is like a part of the team like that. That's one thing. Also, you don't really know how much power they have, so they might just push your stuff to the side. But on top of that, it's just right now there's so many bugs in the game that their tech is probably slammed with all of these issues. Like the account unlinking, just from what I've seen, it's like at least 20 to 30 people in Discord just messaging about I can't unlink my character. What's up, Yoked? Think is even possible to reach 200 as free to play? Yeah, you can reach 200 free to play. Just be slow. You can pretty much do everything in this game as free to play. It just will take an extremely long time as someone that pays. That's just how the game is designed, though. But it's like that in a lot of games these days. That is like this. But no reply is bad for an obvious bug. I mean, they might have acknowledged it. I just don't know if they like are, maybe they're fixing it, maybe they're not. I don't know. But I mean, it's like they just have so many issues that it just all gets like clumped together, I feel like. I mean, in this game, you could do everything free to play. It just takes forever. But anyone that thinks that they can just play this game and not like you can't just play the game. You also have to like do other things as well to really try to make everything work in this game. Like For example, I'm not talking about just playing the game, but I'm also talking about like trading stuff on the market, you know, getting lucky on enhancements and reselling it for more money, or just those type of things. I think is just as important than playing the game. It's not just playing the game for 8 hours a day and expecting to be able to get really far, because it's very hard to just generate money just by playing the game alone, especially as a free to play player, because you're doing the exact same thing as all the other players that are free to play are doing. You have to do something different that at least one makes you stand out. Like, I mean, that's just how the game is. But that's like any MMO, right? If you're playing an MMO and all you're doing is grinding, like unless you're grinding like 24 hours a day, you're just gonna make the same progress as everyone else. Yeah, you're right. I've been thinking on flipping the market. Yeah, but it's actually, I think it's like the market is in a very interesting spot, because right now it's like a lot of the higher end game gear is is it's like it's getting devalued pretty hard. But the tier stuff is it's it's like relatively like like stable, right? So I think there's a really big advantage right now in having items be like relatively affordable to enhance. Did you check it on the text feed I talked to you about last time? Yeah, I didn't test it out, but I talked to someone about it and they said that dagger you get like it's 6 attack speed, and then with speed infusion, not speed infusion, the uh agile daggers is 8, it's 8. So I think 8 is supposed to be the cap right now. I got speed gloves and reroll 20 boss damage on inner, but still knock on inner ability. I mean, you could just keep the 20 boss damage. I feel like that's good enough. Your odds of hitting the +1 attack speed are so low. I would just keep the boss. Like the only time I wouldn't keep the boss is if I have enough damage to clear all the content. But yeah, that's just what I've heard, is that the daggers is 6, and then you add the 2, that's 8, and then 8 is supposed to be the cap. Oh, you already rolled the boss? I mean, honestly, the most optimal way to get your second and third one is to roll over the boss, but right now I actually need the damage to clear the content, so I can't really roll it off. It's because I'm doing Lotus and Damien, so I actually need the damage. Oh, you're not a Shad, okay. But what class are you? I mean, honestly, attack speed +1 is probably good on most classes though. NL, dude, I mean NLs need a buff, right? They're in kind of a rough spot. I mean, everyone I talk to says NL is in a rough spot. You know why? Because you're gonna be #1 NL when you guys get 5th job. So you're thinking about the future, you know? I feel like you're not gonna have to wait long. The way that the game is accelerating right now, I feel like they're going to come out with 5th job. Like, it's just doesn't really make sense to me that the way that the game is balanced right now is they desperately need it. Like, I don't even want it just because like I want to have 5th job. I think that just the game actually needs it. But it probably won't come out until like half a year at least. They need to release way more content before then. Realistically, what they should do is every single month they should be releasing like at least like 4 to 5 classes, right? Like we don't need like all of the classes. We just need a good amount of them. Like we have resistance, we have heroes, a maple, we have Cygnus Knights. Like all these classes, I think should come out relatively quickly because they're all like older classes, anyways. And then release some of the newer ones very slowly. Just give us some some new classes already. Legion and Links are a good amount of content and power. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I think that if Cygnus Knights came out, I would actually consider training some of them up like just to like level 120, 140. And if they had Legion, I would consider training some of my Legion characters to 140. But right now, actually, what I'm a little worried about is that once I start training those Legion characters, there's gonna be so many hackers. Because I know that there's still a really big hacking problem. And if all the fucking maps are taken, then it's like the game just becomes so much harder to even enjoy. As a new player, I feel like it's must be horrible. Well, I really think that next week they should at least say something about the the fucking like updates about this game. If the game is like stale for another 2 weeks, I mean like it is what it is, but I think that they really need an update. I've been training recently around the 120-ish, and there's 20 channels with at least one bot on each. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really know what the right solution is because they have like Maple Police now, but I mean, is it working? I don't know. They would need at least like 6 people on right at all times. There's like one fucking bot every zone. But it's funny because all the botters they train in the fucking same maps, right? So then one GM could just come in there and they can just ban all the botters within like 5 minutes, right? I don't know. I don't really know what the right solution to the botting problem is. It's really bad though. Because as the game is right now, everything just feels very like accelerated and doesn't really seem right. It just doesn't make sense. There are way too many zones, so I looked some options. There's some bots in less popular maps as well. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no really good way to target them. The only thing you can really do is create like a really good anti-cheat. But I mean, they've been trying to, fix those issues for years and years now. So I don't know if that will ever change. It's just like kind of like the way the game is balanced or was created. I don't think that it's very feasible for them to fix those issues. But I mean, they gotta do something about it, right? Because then it's really ruins the newer player experience more than anything. And then also like it affects the marketplace because I've had people ask me, oh, like I want to buy a bowman, and I don't want they want to buy a bowman, but they can't really afford to well, they can't do it because they don't know if they're gonna get banned or not. So then it's just like it's like I can't really tell them like what to do. I just say you don't want to get banned, then just don't fucking do it. But you're probably not gonna get banned. I don't think it even half as bad in GMS, but you know how people are when money is involved. Yeah, I mean like in GMS, like there's way less hackers because there's not really like monetary incentive in the first place. But in this game, since you can buy and sell characters, it creates a really 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 big issue with it's like people I mean I think that the majority of the money that's really made is they just create these characters and then the characters they just sell them, and then all the money and all the drops they make in between, that's just like a bonus. So then they might end up making like $20 per hacked character or something. Yep, market will go nuts once Legion releases. Oh man, I don't even know how the market's gonna be. Like, I mean, like on one hand, it makes it easier for players to or to be able to obtain their links in Legion, but two, then it just makes this thing where the game isn't really even about like like players earning those things. It's their hackers that are just creating those characters. I think it's kind of a big deal, but I don't know. I don't really know what they're gonna do about it. I mean, the thing is, I think that there's a very good possibility that they can patch whatever hack is going on right now in the next update. Like they're probably working at this moment, right? Because the hack characters are just Bowmaster and like Fire Poison, right? So then it I feel like it's relatively easy to patch those out. But once they patch those out, like what's next that they're gonna have to fix, right? So I think that's just not the only thing they had to do. They also have to prevent the next one from happening or prevent it from being worse. But the really good hackers are probably the ones that they develop their own shit and then they know how to like be really secretive about it. So they're able to train their characters up to like 180, 200, and they just flip those characters for, like 500, $600 sometimes. That's like where the real hackers are making their money. From every game I experienced, finding bots and hacks is an uphill battle. Yeah, I don't really know what they're gonna do. It's just kind of fucked, right? But I mean, it's up to them to figure out the solution. I think that in GMS, like, I don't even think a lot of people really hack because a lot of them play in reboot. And if you play reboot, it's like there's no monetary incentive to really hack. It's all just for your own personal account gain. And that means that less people like, they hack, but then you see a lot more people macro because they don't want to get caught. So they rather macro. But I mean, macros still eventually get banned. I mean, even nowadays though, like if you're playing a fucking reboot, like there's kind of no point of even hacking because it's so easy to level up, and once you're high level, it's so easy to train that you can if you were to do anything like malicious, you would just macro because it's basically the same thing as hacking. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to like the new updates for this game, and hopefully they fix a lot of the issues. Like hacking is one of them, balancing is another, rewards distribution is another, enhancement prices is another. Lazy bishop training is the same as not doing anything. Yeah, I mean, like bishop has good farming even in this game. Like the training in this game is like if you're funded and you know what maps you're to train at. I mean, it could be pretty chill. Like my rotation right now is really chill. But if you're playing like a class with bad training, then yeah, it's gonna be way worse. But I mean, like even like just in reboot, the training is or in just regular GMS, it's the training is just so much easier these days anyways. It's they pretty much taken the activeness of training, gave everyone good training, and I think it makes the game way easier to play, but it kind of takes the identity of some classes away with that were supposed to be good mobbers. Yeah, the only problem Bishop has is that damage is a bit farther investment. Yeah, I think Bishop actually like they're really good in party play, but solo play is it's kind of hard for them. Because they definitely lack damage, and when they become really OP, in my opinion, is in the fifth job. Then they just become like crazy. And also they're lacking a lot of things, right? Like they need a lot of buff duration to really do a lot of damage, and they don't have buff duration from Legion. They don't have like all those resources. With Double Infinity, yeah, Double Infinity is good. Just when they have Benediction, they give support to the whole party, and they also increase their own damage. They just get to a place where they're like not bottom of the pack, but they also give insane support on top of that. So then they become like a really good class. How the game is balanced right now, though, it's very weird because there's a lot of incentive to do the bosses, in smaller parties. That means the value of Bishop is not as high. But when you when you have to start doing a boss in like a party of 5/4 or even 6, then it's just way better for Bishop because they get more damage and there's more value that they give to the whole party. So until a boss like that comes out, I don't really think Bishop is insanely valued. I personally love partying with the Bishop though because they make bossing so much easier. I think you're right that fifth job is necessary. I really want it to come out. Um, just from my balancing perspective, because I really dislike it when there are a lot of classes in this game that just don't have the tools to deal with a lot of bosses in the game, and that's just because the game isn't balanced around fourth job, it's balanced around fifth job. Is there actually any incentive to do solo bossing in the game? I mean, every boss you should solo because you get the rewards all to yourself. Yeah, so soloing bosses is very important. So you pretty much should only party up when you either one aren't good enough to solo a boss, or two you don't have enough damage. And I think every single boss in this game is relatively. It was not. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's doable. It just requires practice. Yeah, but that's why it's like kind of weird, right? Because like I think Bishop is a good class, but since they're not good at solo bossing, it's like you have to take them down a little bit if you were to tier them. On top of that, it's just we don't know when Fit Job's gonna come out, so you might have to wait a while. So it's I think that it should come out within half a year. That's usually how it is on Reboot that splits the Mesa, but what does it do in this game? So basically, if you are in, I'll show you my rewards right here, right? So here's a good example. You see how there's three different raffle rewards here? Each raffle is like it's random. All the raffles are randomly split amongst people. So let's say you're in a party of 4, right? All of these can either go to one person, or all of them can get split up to 2 people, or all of them can get split up equally. It's just all random. So it's not like balanced at all in how the money is shared. I think that the way that the game should be is that, if I win this raffle, all the raffles are split evenly amongst the people. That way it's way more fair in terms of meso, but then the drops can just get randomly distributed to someone. Because now if you're in a party, it's like some people just might end up getting fucked, and some people might get super lucky. But yeah, it should be like balanced around just if everyone's in the party and contributes, they should all get at least an even split with whatever is supposed to be obtained. But right now it's just either you get lucky or you get unlucky, or maybe you just get like a regular amount of loot. It's not the best distribution. But I'm really hoping that if they do update this game, that it's like a fucking huge, massive update. Like I don't know, this game just needs it in my opinion. Not just from like a person that is at the end game, but even for early game players, just for them to have a much better time. Or damage based for Naso and random items. I mean, fuck, I'd like that. I love that. I mean, that's kind of hard to do, I think, but I mean, that'd be nice. That way, if you're more juiced and you're contributing more to the party, you're rewarded more heavily. But I think it's just hard for them to do that. I mean, that's a good idea. What's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing? I think I'm a level today if I keep playing. I'm probably not gonna level up on stream, but maybe off stream I might level. I'm trying to get at 215 because once I hit 215, I don't actually have to fucking grind anymore. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Just doing some chill grinding today. I'm just having a little bit of discussion about like the balancing of the game is just it's just kind of awful right now. Why are the game busted? Enhanced prices? Yeah. So I just talked about this where basically we know that this week and last week the rewards were, I think they were too good, right? Because now a lot of the like end game or like late game items they dropped a lot, and I think that it was too crazy, right? Like now it's easy to get FAF, or easier to get Fafnir and CRA, which is good because it's more accessible. But I just think that they did it way too fast. And then now that since those items are more accessible, you know, over time as enhancements come down a little bit, not exactly right now, but maybe in a month or two or something, the overall power level of the server is going to grow a lot. And I think that Absolab is also just going to be very easy to get as well. Making the coins 100% drop rate in this event was, I think, a really big mistake because having those be guaranteed, it makes it really, really easy to obtain. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think it was a little bit better when the drop rate was relatively low because once if you hit the item or if any item was on the market, like those items were very like they're very, very valuable. But now you can see like all these Fafnir weapons on the market, and it's not that they're unvaluable. It's just they're too easy to obtain, at least for the third week in the game. Like I think the rewards were a little too crazy, but this is why I have a little hope. Hope is that they're accelerating the game pace so much to the point where it's like if the overall power level of the server grows too much, then I think they have to release new content, right? Because if like a lot of the player base is starting to clear Lotus and Damien, it's like they need to release Fit Job. So that's kind of like my hopium of the whole thing. It's bad for support classes, yeah, but I think that if you were to do something like that rewards based system, I think that having something like you know, let's say you add 10 to 20% final damage or something to the party, that gets calculated on as well. I think it depends on if their objective is to release Arcane Witch and Hero. It takes a lot more time. Yeah, they will release Arcane over or later on, I'm just saying that I think that it just was way too fast, but since it's way too fast, I think that they're trying to accelerate everything. That's just what I think. Because before, like when the game first released, it was very, very slow to get everything. But now it just seems like there's too much on the market and everything has to come down way more. Yeah. I just started Shadow 2 days ago. Okay, that's nice. Shadow is the best class right now, in my opinion. But I think one of the bigger issues right now is the enhancement prices, right? For the, I mean, these came down, but you know, it takes 100 to go from unique to legendary on the black cube. That is like what 170 mil just to go from unique to legendary, right? And that's just only on average. What if you get unlucky? And I've gotten unlucky a lot. So let's say like 150, right? That's like you're spending over 200 mil just to go from fucking unique to legendary. And on top of that, you also have to get your item from 0 to 15, 16 star. That is fucking ridiculous. What's up, Yen? I learned a lot from your videos, man. That's good to know. If you have any questions, you can drop them in here, and I can answer those specifically. I mean, like the thing is, if they keep the enhancements this high, then the Fafnirs are kind of useless, honestly, because they're just so hard to fucking do it. If they do that, it would nerf all item prices. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like the thing is, I just think they made a mistake in the first place to even uh fucking make it this easy to get the Fafnirs and the CRAs. I think that was not the right thing to do. But I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do about the enhancement costs. Is it still worth to buy max gear and farm? I mean, honestly, I think if you were to have done it, you should have done it like 2 weeks ago. Because now it doesn't really seem as worth it. Because even if you get like the Fafnir and CRAs and stuff, they still will cost you a fuck ton of money to do. Hey bro, good night. Are you going to sleep? Good night, brother. They will probably do miracle times. I'd actually be very surprised if they do any type of star forcing or cubing event. Cause then that would be crazy. If they do it though, that I would be like, okay, this is the time to cube / star force, guys. Miracle times is like you either get enhanced rates to tier up, or have special events such as 5, 10, 15, where you're guaranteed the 15 to 16 um like tier up. So it makes star forcing and cubing way more guaranteed. But I feel like it sounds kind of OP in this game. I don't know if they would do that. No, good night is greeting in Brazil. Oh, okay. Good night to you too, Ben. Ah, that's something I learned new. It's new. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does make sense that they would do something like that. It just I also think that disincentivizes a lot of people to want to work on their items, except during those events, right? And during those events, we could see like I don't even know how they would even balance that with how their dynamic pricing system works, right? Because during those events, it's probably even more fucked than if you just did it off event. I'm selling my DK and going in shadow. I don't have a lot of money going on. Uh, are you talking about like a mix set? But if you know if you wanted like any item like it, I feel like the the fucking emblem is good enough. Realistically, that shit is. I mean, they're dropping in price, but like having the emblem is huge. But if you're using like a mix set, I mean, mix set is not even that bad if you're just trying to clear like the early slash mid game stuff. Oh, I think the people that got fucked the most are the people that bought any Cygnus weapons. Those things got absolutely destroyed in value. Those are comfort words. Yeah, I mean, like it really depends on what set you're using for mix, though. The drop event, it made all the items drop more, so then a lot of the value of the items went down like a lot. But it's mostly like the higher end tiers stuff. The lower tier stuff actually is very stable in price. But if Cygnus comes down to like the same price as Vom Neon, then maybe it's not the worst to consider picking it up if you want to upgrade later on. Or maybe even CRAs with the way that they're going. I'm thinking in Zakun Balrog, Necro Weapon, Glove, and Chest. I mean that's good enough to do a lot of the content in the game. It's just expect the runs to be a little harder. By the way, if you have Bon Leon already, do you even swap? It really depends, because actually, even though that CRAs and all this stuff are dropping, it's like it's too expensive to enhance. So it's kind of like if you already have Von Leon, it's probably better to just keep it and then maybe later on, uh, try to just look to enhance later, right? I mean, like this is just my perspective right now. I think that if you have the chance to potentially save up or just buy the Fafnir slash CRA, you don't even have to enhance it. You could just buy it and wait for the enhancement price to come down. I mean, maybe they never go down, but I feel like they will. Like 4 mil is kind of too crazy for like a tap at 16 to 17. Like, who even has the resources to even enhance that? It just means that the meta will just become you stay at 16 star, maybe 17 star, and then hyper late game is 18 star, and then for the people that want to gamble slash want to fucking get lucky, then they can try pushing the 21 star. I think that it's probably not even the worst idea to spend on the Fafnir slash CRAs next week as everything comes down even more and just hold it. But this is also assuming that you think that the enhancement prices are gonna come down. Yo, what's up, King? How are you doing? I heard in other MapleStory game, there's a thing where you can transfer a star. I'm guessing that one S. Oh no, in this game, they don't do that because when you transfer stars, it basically like it deletes the lower level item and then it transfers the stars to the higher level item. But it reduces 1 star when you transfer it over. But they wouldn't do anything like that because the point of the dynamic rates and everything is that since you can't technically boom your item, like it doesn't just disappear, they they're not gonna like have something like that. Another great day, brother. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. I'm just chilling. It's a good day today for me. I'm just trying to get to 215, you know? Then I can maybe think about maybe working on legions a little bit. I don't know. I kind of want to prep a little bit for legion when it comes out, so I might train my fucking mules to 140. But other than that, I just fucking grind this character up to 215. Y'all know some of these motherfuckers train like 16 hours a day. That's just crazy. I'm pushing level 100 today. Alright, keep pushing, bro. Level 100 is like you're getting your foot off the ground. No, you're not quite there yet, though. Like the tutorial still, honestly. By the way, the flame upgrade is random, right? Yeah, yeah, it's completely random. I'll even show you the flame that I got on my weapon. It's completely ass. So if you see the flame, I got 6% boss damage, 40, 72, 16. So I didn't get any on attack. And my boss damage flame is really, really bad. So this is a bad flame. I had to reflame it. Even if I get like a really bad flame with attack on it, it's still way better than what I have right now. I'm pretty sure. So sometimes you just might end up getting fucked, you know. But you just do the weapon until you get something with attack on it. I think. KMS players are a different breed. Probably some players from Korea. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the motherfucker in my guild, he's level 219 now. So this guy grinds at least 16 hours a day. Like, what the fuck? He grinds at, at least 4 times more than I do. And I grind like 3 to 4 hours a day at least. Yeah, I'm praying for you, bro. Dude, hitting the Nice Flame is good. It gives you so much damage. Once event is over, the items will go up in value again. I'm hoping so. I think that it will. But I think what really will make a lot of the value of the Fafnirs and the CRAs and even the Cygnus goes up is if the enhancement prices come down to a more reasonable level. Then I think the value of those items will shoot up a lot more. But in return, it's going to devalue like Von Leon and all that stuff because people are going to start selling their crafted Von Leon stuff. And I actually don't think it's the worst to maybe pick some of those up if you have alts you want to play. Because then once Fit Job comes out and stuff, you can still play those alts with those items. I might consider doing it if it's like dirt cheap, if it's like fucking something that it's like I don't have to spend that much money on. I might do it. Yeah, after I play, I attempted Cygnus with Bishop on me. Oh, good luck, bro. I feel like Cygnus is actually like kind of low key a money printer. If you get lucky, my friend he did easy Cygnus and he got a mage wand or something like that, and it was like an easy 25 M's. And this guy was he didn't spend that much money on the game. Maybe like a few $100s. So sometimes you just gotta get lucky and get one of those items. Every mage prices are nuts. Yeah, it's because you have fucking 3 classes that share one fucking weapon. Or 2 weapons, but then I'm pretty sure everyone wants the staff. Yeah, one of my guildies got a ton of stuff from Cygnus. Dude, everyone prints from Cygnus except me. You wanna see what I got? Let's see what the fuck I got. I got glove, bro. I got pirate gloves. Yeah, also that boss is really easy to clear. So like it's not really hard to get there. Dude, my fucking friends, they got shoulders. The other friend got a shoulder. My other friend got a mage one. I got fucking pirate gloves, dude. Fuck me, I get lucky on other stuff. Oh, actually, I want to show you guys the drop I got from HMag. I did not know this shit was this expensive. I looked on the market. Someone paid 147 mil for this shit. I was like, what the fuck? Holy fuck, right? 147 M's just for that fucking item. But the thing is, the drop rate on that isn't even that high. I mean, isn't even that low. It's like 9%. So it's actually like kind of common. Okay, so what it does is I don't know which NPC you get it from, but you can trade it in for the liberated Kaiserium. And that shit is like it's equivalent to an arcane weapon. That's what I've heard. The base attack on that item is 400 flat attack, which sounds kind of crazy, no? And then you also get your own. I don't know. Maybe you share enhancement tiers with the Fafnir, but I mean, it's just a really, really powerful weapon, but it's only usable on like hero, paladin, and dawn warrior when it comes out. So it's not like, for a very popular class. I just think that one guy is just like he's really horny for the weapon. But I don't even know how to trade in that shard right now to get the item. I tried easy level boss when I saw mages one and their price. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Price that expensive? Yeah, that shit is just unattainable, for newer players. You just gotta pay the tax, the mage tax. Yeah, this is for the Kaiser weapon. Oh, okay, yeah, it's for Kaiser as well. I mean, I just forget about that class because I don't play it, but yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's fucking Kaiserium, right? Dude, I actually think Kaiser needs like a fucking revamp. Like, if they updated that class, but kept its core like the way that it's played, I think it would be very nice. That class is kind of looks cool too, like as a dragon class. I just think that they need like a small update. Yo, did you see KMS Showcase today? Dude, I did. That was crazy. I was like, looking at the origin, everyone gets a fucking three use iframe burst thingy. I was like, dude, this fucking update sick in a new class. Dude, that's why I'm saying that we fucking need in this game. Where the fuck is our showcase? Also, do they nerf Naso on bosses, or it's just because a lot of people claim it's almost never 100%? Yeah, the way that the Naso distribution works in this game is that it's a limited supply, right? So then we're going to start seeing a lot of the bosses drop a lot less items. So the reward experience is getting more evened out now, to the point where it's like it's not guaranteed that you are able to get those drops. But that's just how the game is balanced. I mean, like, the reality is like this game is we don't know if this game system, the way that they design it even works, right? So we gotta see how it plays out. But yeah, if you're like a free to play / new player, I mean, like, it's really not very optimal to for you guys. How do you get pet snack from multi-class play? Does it cost anything? I think that I just equipped the pet and it worked. I don't remember doing any type of quest line or anything like that, but I could be wrong. But it was like during the beta, so I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I just equipped the pet and I could do it. Like, before you look at these drops, right? The 20 you have a 25% chance to get into this raffle in the first place. And then now you have a percentage chance to even win the raffle. So it's like you had to win twice. But the thing is, when they change this to a 25% chance, you actually get more money if you win it. Yeah, RNG after RNG check. Yeah, I mean, pretty much this game is fucking all Gamba, right? Everything's just Gamba. Like, you're fucking to get stronger is Gamba, to get money is Gamba. The only thing that's guaranteed in this game right now to get money is to farm. That's like the most guaranteed and most consistent way to get money in this game, to farm. But that's also why they need to make other systems in this game where if you farm, it's guaranteed that you get stronger. That way, it's just, if you want to get stronger, at least you can put in the work. You don't get fucked by RNG. The only way that's guaranteed to get strong right now, besides leveling up leveling up is fucking do your flame dailies. Then you can do flames and get stronger. But that takes way too long. I can't. That's just like, like, you just gotta wait. Like, there's no way around it. You said it's 200K an hour though, right? I believe mine is 320K for my current map. It's 320K. But the Naso rewards rate is dropping next week. So if you're gonna grind, you better fucking grind as much as you can. This fucking week. Yeah, 320K. I also have like really good clearing on this map, and this map is it's probably the highest level map in the game. So like this one drops more Meso. And I also have a back pet, so it makes looting way easier. Yeah, you guys better fucking grind as much as you guys can, because this event is not gonna last longer. Especially for you free to play players. I don't really know what's gonna happen after the event is over, but you know, I'm expecting that it's gonna be kind of crazy. Doesn't sound amazing either. I don't know. I mean, honestly, low key, like 320K an hour is actually not that bad, in my opinion. Because the thing is, like, you know, if you're just measuring your progress in days, then yeah, it sounds like ass. But you know, I train 3 to 4 hours a week, and then you know, once you're at my level in the game, or just like where my gear is at, you actually just you know you don't need to make a shit ton of money all the time. You just make money over a long period of time, and eventually you'll make enough to be able to make upgrades. It's just in the beginning you need a lot of money to even get to a place where you're able to farm or do a lot of the boss content, right? I don't know. I think 320K an hour is actually too much. But that's just my personal opinion because I farm a lot and I played GMS for over 2 years, and I farmed so much in that game, and you realize the money stacks up really, really fast when you play a lot consistently. And you look at it with you know everyone else doing it as well. If they keep the rates as they are right now, it just wouldn't really work out. Another thing people forget is that progress in this game also has quantifiable value since you can sell characters. Exactly. Yes. Yes. It's you know the levels and experience is a resource. Yes, as well. Actually, I think a very good way for you know free to play players to make money when the fucking new classes come out is you just juice up or level up a class like a Nightwalker or Dawn Warrior, and everyone wants those characters either to one switch them over to their main or they would need them for Legion slash Links. They would probably go for a premium. Time equals money. Nice though. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, if you try to look at it as a game first, maybe it would try to enjoy. It would be a little bit more enjoyable. You're just looking at it like I'm fucking farming, uh, you know, for 1 hour and I'm making like $2 an hour. Then you know you probably will not enjoy it as much. What is hyperstats for Shadower for mobs? I mean, I have a video on the hyperstats if you want to look at it. But you want to look at my setup right now? It's just oh, I fucking don't even have the right hypers on. It's 9, 9, 10, and then I put EXP on the. And play classes that don't want to play like Evan when that level 3 link comes out. I'm pretty sure it'll be very expensive. Do they have level 3 links in KMS? I thought they didn't. I feel like I feel like this game is probably gonna follow like KMS more, but I could be wrong. But I mean, if they had like level 3 links, holy shit, that adds like another layer of like, oh, I gotta get to that level on my other characters. Oh, true. Training Evan to 200 sounds miserable. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. KMS doesn't have level 3 links, but I wouldn't be surprised if they added level 3 links. You know, add another layer of making people chase their for that perfection. You know, just buy it, dude. Can you imagine a level 200 Evan? That shit would probably cost like fucking like $1,000. I've got a 267. It's one of my Legion champions, dude. I think that class is so hard. I would not want to train that shit. Probably more, maybe, maybe honestly, like it would take like you know you're fucking playing like for like 3 weeks or something to get a level 200. So you know makes sense that it would cost that much, right? I mean, you don't only just get it as a level 200. It's also you get a character that fucking can do all the content in the game right now too. So it's actually a lot of value in level 200, 211, not just as a link. Evan excelled in Arcane River maps too. Hmm. Okay, dude, I want fucking Arcane Rivers maps now, bro. I'm fucking trying training at upper left stem. These motherfuckers are ugly as fuck to train at. You know, doesn't Evan need to do like so many Uh, like they don't think I'll like ring swap a lot of times for it to be optimal. It's so hard. I don't know. Like I feel like Evan is just so hard to play. They don't even drop faint Sigma stones either. Dude, I know. Like I kind of wish they made it more like more rewarding to farm. Like farming is rewarding because you get money, but like I feel like they need to add another layer to the game. It just makes it way more interesting. I've been complaining about this for fucking like ever. I feel like every stream I'm always like, yeah, they may make it way better to farm. Because like right now I farm, but like I don't know. I farm just because I feel like I should. But like if I feel like it gives me a hella progression, then I'd be farming way more. Just the progression is like it's not really that crazy right now. I gotta run my fucking monster park, dude. Yo, what's up? What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I don't know about odds rings for Evan. Haven't geared it that much currently. I'm using weapon jump. Oh, okay, nice. Dude, I kind of want to like, I don't know, like when I look at fucking what KMS and GMS has right now, it's like, damn, I want to do those type of content. They're getting so many like so much fucking content. Like I want that that stuff. You know what I mean? Like give us some content in this game too. Uh, that's good, bro. Let's see. Since they already give Nasal EXP boost in, they might put some kind of boss or something. Oh, hey, you're now you're speaking my language. You know that's what we want to see. I want to see a flame event. That's like the one thing I want to see. You know what I mean? How many flames you get a day? I get one of these things right here. One of these a day, and then it's very RNG if you get the fucking flames. Like it's I've only gotten one from farming, and I played this game a lot, so it's just I don't know. Challenger World is kind of tempting. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to download GMS for that, dude. I know. I feel like the GMS just sounds so fun right now to play. Like they're getting so much content and stuff like that. I don't know, man. And then like I want this game to be good too. It's just we haven't gotten any fucking big updates yet. You know. Imagine boss event only equipment. Wait, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I'm still primarily playing GMS, mostly just running my daily. Austin, I miss you. Yeah, I mean this game is just it's just way better if there's some updates, you know, and freshen everything up. Like KMS got their big update. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we should be getting a big update too. Like I know that the game is only like 3 weeks old or something, but bro, like it's been the same game since beta, and I'm pretty sure all the new players wouldn't complain if we got fucking some new content in this game too. That means that they have more ways to make money if there's anything that is very valuable. Right now, it's just I don't know, dude. It's just the game is so weird. Yo, what's up, brother? How we doing? I'm doing good. We're just doing my dailies because I couldn't play that much yesterday, so I had to catch up on some of my other stuff. But we're gonna try to grind a lot today so I can get 215. Like this game, I'm so excited for when fifth job comes out. The game is gonna be so fucking hype, guys. So fucking hype. What the fuck? Your friend got 2 gold emblems in 6 days from yo, honestly, tell him to buy a lottery ticket, but he kind of used up all his luck already, right? What dailies do you recommend doing for sure? Do your flame daily, do your monster park every single day. Those are the two most important ones, and also your daily bosses. So those three, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like how they did their beta either. I think a token drop or TGA would be better suited. I feel like I don't know. Like honestly, if I really think about it, the way that the beta was transferred over and stuff, it just created this really weird imbalance. Like even though I was a beta player, right? It kind of made the whole thing very weird in the first place. Like some items were valued very highly, some items were valued very low. Like I don't know. Like it just made everything not really make sense. So I feel like since the overall power level of the server is already high after that point, they should fucking just fucking give us fit job earlier. Do you know how much I need to build a Shadow or Corsair with enough damage to all bosses and chaos? The hype you speaking of is about Maple? Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about Maple. Like it's I'm trying to get fucking hype for the game. I think if you want to solo chaos bosses, ideally, like you want an easy time, like around 10k stat. You could do it lower, but just know that the fights are gonna be harder, and also you need a good weapon, secondary, and emblem pots too. I know that for a lot of players, those bosses are not easy, and especially if you're learning them, you're probably gonna need higher stat for them to feel comfortable. Because I've watched my friends do it, and they're all like 11, 12k stat, and then some of them still struggle. How much do you think it will cost in money? Oh fuck, I don't even know. Like the prices of everything changed, but I'm gonna say at least like few thousand. I've been doing evolution system, hoping to drop since I'm doing free to play right now. Dude, those odds are so low, but like, I mean, you gotta do what you do as a free to play player. You know, get those rates up. By the way, you can run Monster Park in each world, so if you really want to min max XP dailies for more Raffle entries. Wait, can you do it on each character or only each world? Like, it doesn't really make sense. You can only do it in each world, right? Shouldn't you be able to do it on each character? Or you could, or is it only once per character? Or one per world? I mean, I feel like oh, one each world. I see. So if you want to maximize the EXP, like the least amount of work for the most amount of value, plus like so you get EXP plus what you call it, fucking raffles, then you do each world. I got it. Okay, that's pretty smart because you can unleak and stuff too. I mean, like you want to put in the least amount of work while trying to progress. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I might do that for fucking like my warrior or some shit because I need to get those legions up anyways. I mean, maybe I could spend some, but not sure how much investment I have to go for. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do in the game, right? Because then right now it's very hard to say exactly how much you want to need to spend to do what because the prices of the enhancements keep going up. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say like fucking you'll at least spend a few thousand. You want to get kind of far, you can spend less, but just know that you're getting like suboptimal stuff, but you can still clear a lot of content. Let's see. Let's see. I have another question about the fucking oh, what is the cheapest edit collection item for step up free to play noob? Honestly, I really don't know. Like you just have to look into the marketplace yourself and kind of determine that. Because then all the prices of everything change, you know? But just go for the cheapest one. You just gotta do everything one by one. But honestly, if you're gonna do the item collection or anything at all, you just go for the level 4 one. That's the only one that's important for fucking free to play. No, you can't unlink your NFT for 10 days. Are you talking about in the item collection or are you talking about like from your character inventory? I mean, I guess it's both, right? I'm pretty sure he's talking about like you can just have multiple characters and you can run Monster Park on different worlds with those characters. How do you even access item collection? You fucking press this button right here. NFT collection. Or you have hotkey. I put it on one of my F keys. By the way, the item collecting doesn't hold stat. Yeah, so you take out the item, then you lose the you don't it doesn't stay registered. You have to keep the item in there. Yeah, but honestly, you really shouldn't do the item collection until like at least every item you have is at least like 17 star in my opinion. Because then it's kind of expensive to even get to level 40. And I think level 40 is like honestly like the only one that is really worth it for later on because you get 3% crit damage. But eventually I want to work towards 65, which gives me 5% crit damage. Yeah, honestly, it's not really that important in my opinion. Like it's very extra for a majority of players. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the end of all the like what do you call it? The shit is fucking insane, right? 20 IED, 10% crit damage, 20% crit rate. Like those are crazy numbers, but I'm pretty sure that I don't know. That doesn't really seem like you had to get everything. I feel like for that. I don't know. For the majority of people, they just get the fucking 2% crit rates. It's good enough. As 184 Bishop, where do you think is a good place to go? Also, you think in the future I will be able to you can solo every single boss in the game as any class. It just requires more funding and also depends on how well you play as well, you know? My friend is probably a 13k stat bishop with everything 16 star with good weapon secondary emblem, and he can solo all CRA. It just requires you can probably do it at 10k or maybe 11k. It just requires it's going to be a very long run, you know. Are you going to do a gear review? You want to do a gear review? I'll go do a gear review for you. Yes, as a bishop, every single class in the game can solo bosses. Just the bishop might require more funding. That's it. But you know, ideally, you get pretty good funding. Then you fucking you fucking start partying up in Lotus and Damien because that's where you're gonna give some value to people, you know. Because 10/11k, you can start doing Lotus and Damien anyways. I need a review for a friend of mine. Yeah, you just send his name and I'll do a gear review right now. Yeah, the damage increases are same from the collection. I think the best one use of funds for a whale would be to go as far as possible and then clear bosses as many characters as possible. True, true, true. But like honestly, right now, like, I kind of just like playing one character. Like I thought about funding multiple characters, but like I don't know if I want to even do that. What do you mean 45k stats? Oh, 4 through 5k. I'm pretty sure that's what I meant. Can you show us your stats? Yeah, I have 15k. You can also type in my name into the fucking navigator and you look at all the items. Darkness NL. Looking to do this gear review real quick. Where is it saying 15k? Oh, right here. You can look at fuck. You can look at my luck right here. If you don't commit because every day such we don't clear, you're kind of wasting the funding. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, I would do it, but I'm not really sure if I want to. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe if there's a class I like playing, because I don't really like a lot of the classes right now. So I'm very like I don't have like a lot of incentive to do it because like fun matters for me a lot more than everything else. Yeah, you must see the int be around 10k. Also, I'm loading up the navigation page right now, so it's just fucking slow as shit. So give me a second. Darkness NL. When you got 2k, that's a lot. That's plenty. In hyperstats for Bishop, which attribute is more important to level up? I mean, it just depends. But like what I have going on my hyperstats is pretty good. For Bishop, they might need a little bit less IED, but ideally you want to get as close to 90 as possible. 93 is like the optimal area, but you can do 90 or 88, I believe. That's the optimal area for Bishop. Bro, this is percent to luck line good? Which one are you talking? Oh, this one? I don't know if this is good. I just kept it, but I think I'm gonna change it. I'm pretty sure it's ass. I just kept it because I was like, I'm just gonna keep it, but it's probably not good. It's actually I'm pretty sure it's not good. I got 100% crit, but I don't see any crit. Wait, what do you mean? Like all your hits should be crit. Like if it's red, then it's crit. All right, let's look at Darkness NL. 9k stat, 193. Okay, the levels 15. Let's see the crit rate. 96. That's good enough. Bro, we got fucking items. Okay, with 2k. Okay, let's see like this. One. It's good. It's good. Okay. Let's see what we can maybe work on right now. Oh, decent sharp eyes, decent beat pots on everything. I mean, this character is interesting. Okay. That's good. All right, so the three things I think that we have to talk about. The number one thing is, um, does he want to swap over to CRA? Because I think next week could be a decent time uh to potentially uh look to at least buy the equipment, right? You don't have to necessarily enhance them, but maybe look to buy them and hold on to them to potentially use them in the future. That's one option that we have. The second option that we have is to just enhance what we have right now. It makes it that it's usable and the gear is going to be good, at least, for X amount of time. Like it's going to be good pretty much forever. But just know that you're going to limit the amount of damage that you could potentially do if you were just instead to upgrade it, like upgrading is what I would recommend because everything is getting more affordable to at least buy, but to actually make them to a point where they're usable is still going to be expensive. So those are the things I want to say. But also the next thing I want to touch up on is if we want to, I think this can go to 16 star, and also the belt can go to 16 star because also the earrings. So these three items you're pretty much going to keep forever. So, I would not feel bad at all enhancing these to 16 star because where your pots are at right now, it's actually really decent. To the point where like, you could work on them, but I don't think it will give you as much damage as if you start looking to get these up to 16 star. But if you were to enhance to 16 star, then I mean after you enhance to 16 star, then you can look to bring some of the oh, what is this? Double prime? That's kind of crazy. You can look to, get your accessories to legendary and then start pushing these to 3 line. Basically, his next upgrade is going CRA. I would personally do it because I think it's way more reasonable now to get them. But other than that, it's 16 star everything and then pushing everything to legendary 3 line for the accessories. Because it feels a little weird right now because like you can either one hard commit to the Von Leon, it'll get you like a lot stronger, but just know that CRA is kind of like a more, you know, this equipment is not upgraded so much to the point where it feels super bad to upgrade. Is it CRA with weapon included? Yeah, yeah. So that's everything, like the Fafnir and everything. And I'm not saying that it's affordable right now, but I think next week it could become more affordable. I think if he has 2K to spend, that's probably his best gain because one, it's more future proof. Two, if you get the weapon and the set bonus, that's 60% boss just flat. No upgrades at all. That's just 60% boss. He has to upgrade the weapon and stuff eventually later down the line. Um, but that's up to him. So right now he should just 16 star force, wait for Sierra to go cheaper. Yeah, if I were to upgrade anything, I would try to prioritize the accessories like the pendant, the earrings, and the belt because these aren't going to be replaced pretty much forever. But if you did really want to start making gains, then he could do the Von Leon, but I personally would rather do the CRA. That's just my personal preference. Just because they're getting to a point where it's more affordable and they're going to probably be cheaper next week. I have a lot of questions, so I'll talk about why I think the game is busted in a bit. So just give me a second, okay? We thought about swapping some boss accessories out for Neo so you can push more Prime Line. Is it worth it or not? Let's see. I mean, the only thing is really the pendant, right? You can do this, but this pot is pretty good. You get like 10%. Oh, actually, you can get the badge too. I mean, if you're gonna switch out anything, I think I would switch out the badge because this badge isn't really that good by itself. If you had the 7 day one, it'd be like more worth it because you get 10 IAD on top of that. But if you did want to swap something out, it'd be the badge. Because like yeah, I think that the pendant is fine, really. Like working on a new pendant and having to Star Force all of it, or a potential in Star Force is too much. If there was another 17 star option pendant, then I'd consider it. So never touch Cygnus items. Um, that's hard to say. I think it's like a toss up right now, in my opinion. I don't think the upgrade from Von Leon to Cygnus is really worth it, but I think that the upgrade from Von Leon to CRA is worth it. But the only time I would consider going Cygnus is if those enhancement prices come down way more, and then I could recommend people to go it. Because right now, as it is, it costs a lot of fucking money, but you're pretty much not in the exact same spot. It's a little bit. It's definitely better than the Von Leon. It's just I think for how much you have to spend to enhance it, it's just not really worth it. A badge for Crystal or 7 days. I would go the Crystal Ventus badge. But if you wanted the boss set, that is, I think that if you're going for the boss set, then it's better to get this as a Crystal Ventus badge than to get the pendant to a Mechanator pendant. Because one, the pot on this is already good, and two, it's just like I don't really think it's that crazy. The only thing is you can flame the pendant, but I mean that's just like having to work on a whole new item for you know like a really high cost for not too much of a difference in damage, in my opinion. But yeah, do you have any other questions? I feel like I don't know. I think the CRAs are getting way more affordable to enhance. Okay, 16 star first 3 count badge. Wait for CRA. I mean, yeah, that's what I would do. But the other option is to push the Von Leon. I just think that that if you want to future proof your account, then you get the CRA. But if you feel like the enhancer prices are never going to come down, then work on the Von Leon. But can Von Leon items help me to solo Sierra? You can solo every single boss in the game with Von Leon. It's just you're gonna have to enhance way more than 17 star. I'm pretty sure if you enhance all your Von Leon to 20 stars with cracked pots, you can even solo Lotus. And they're gonna release flames later on, more flames later on. So it's definitely possible. It's just requires way more funding. That's it. Like just with flames and everything. And you know. So which is better for Von Leon for Bishop? I mean, if you can get Von Leon, then it's really good, but it's not, affordable for a lot of players because the enhancement cost is really high. That's it. But I mean, just it just depends. Like you should go Von Leon if you can. I think it's a really good middle ground. But if you want to go for a premium option, I would get um the fucking CRA. So for his flame, what should he do with it? Oh, that's a hard question, honestly. You want to start solo chaos? I mean, you could solo chaos with Von Leon. Do he flame his cup or weapon? Dude, honestly, I don't know. That's hard to say because the thing is, the weapon gives you more value. So if you feel like he's going to use his weapon for a long time, then the weapon is not bad to just have it as a flame. I feel like honestly, I would still do the weapon because the thing is, I feel like they're gonna start giving out more flames anyways. So I think that doing the weapon is not even that bad because you get so much damage out of the weapon compared to if you do the cup or anything else. But that's just my opinion. I've told my friend to do the weapon. Is swapping over to Fafnir later, but I told him to still do his weapon because who knows when you're gonna be able to swap over to the Fafnir. Well, I would also need to do yeah, no, you know what? No, no, I actually think yeah, you should just fucking do the weapon, honestly. CRA is Chaos Root Abyss. If you want to look at the armor sets, they're the level 150 armor set. You go to the fucking marketplace and then just look up level 150, and then you can find the weapons. I mean that yeah, that's what I would do. All right, you have any other questions, bro? Is CRA and Cygnus items have strong gap? Yeah, I think it's pretty big because if you look at the CRA set, it pretty much gives you an extra 30% boss damage, and on top of that, every single I'll just show you my equipment, right? So you look at the bonus set effect, right? So you look at the weapon for CRA, gives you 10% IED, and also on top of that, 30% boss damage. And if you look at the set bonus, it's 30% extra boss damage. So you get 60% on top of well, you get 30% on top of Cygnus Knights, but it's also the fact that you get 5 IEDs on the top and the bottom, and also the hat. So you get like 30%. Yeah, tell me what your honest opinion about the game. Is it worth to build up with some bucks now for the future? I would only do it if you like the game. I would not do it if you are trying to make money because if you just look at things from a Web3 perspective, if you historically speaking, you're probably gonna get railed if you spend money on a Web3 game. That's just the facts. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it and say, yeah, spend your fucking money. You can make X amount of money. I'm just saying that if you're gonna spend money in the game, just expect that you probably have bad odds. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna tell you straight up. But you enjoy the game and you want to play this game for a long time and you hope that it survives, then just take it like that. That's what I'm doing. I mean, fuck, if I lose, hey, just know that if you spend money in this game, I probably spent more than you, and I'm probably gonna lose it all. You know what I mean? So we're in it together. Bro, I'm a free to play player. Currently level 124 Buccaneer. I bought Zakun weapon and thinking of buying Valniesa is a good plan. It's good if you wanna fucking you want to like try to clear like more stuff, you know what I mean? Like I think Von Leon is where the majority of players should try to get their gear because it's relatively affordable and it's strong enough to clear all the content in the game. But I just think that if you're willing to shell out the money right now or wait a week when the fucking CRAs go down even more, that's probably like what you want to get, honestly, instead. For the 7 days badge, you need the 7 badges, right? Dude, actually, you know what's funny? The fucking thing is glitched right now for the 7-day badge. I bought every fucking single piece of badge because I wanted to. Yeah, I'll even show you guys, dude. I bought every badge to try to put it in, but it's bugged right now, so you can't even trade it in. So like, I'm just put it in my collection. But yeah, like you're supposed to get all 7 badges to fucking get it. Bro, what level's level 40 NFT? Yeah, dude, I spent like 2 hours doing it the other day. Took me fucking forever. Believe in Nexon, bro? I mean, they're low key kind of cooking in KMS right now, so I'm hoping that they start cooking in this game too. Because we need some fucking updates in this game. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right. How long does it take to 150 to 200 geared? I don't know. It probably takes like 4 to 5 days or something. My friend got a 200 so fast. So skip sickness item is good, right? I mean, it just depends. Like Cygnus is not bad. It's just I think that where CRA is heading, it's going to be way easier to fund. But also at the same time, Cygnus is probably going to drop as well. So if Cygnus gets to a point where it's like as close to Von Leon, is like you might as well get the Cygnus with Unchained set. Shit. I mean, it's probably like 4 to 5 days still. I don't know. It just depends, but the Unchained makes training way easier. It's just it just falls off because you don't really enhance it or anything. It's just there for training, really. Can you explain the difference between silver and maple gold items? Right now it's the same price. Yeah, I'll look at the marketplace and I'll even show you. Not even not the marketplace. I'll show you the difference because I believe that it's cheaper right now to enhance the silver emblems, but I would have to double check. I met your friend. Oh yeah, he had Unchained set, but he swapped over to CRA. Okay, if we look at the prices for the silver, it's 20 for a black and then 8 for a red, right? So I think they're paying for the cheaper enhancement cost. The silver emblem does get worse pots, but I think right now people are valuing the IAD more. So yeah, basically, if you're buying a gold emblem, it costs twice as much to enhance. So that's it's gonna be more expensive to get it to legendary. And the silver one is way cheaper, but people are prioritizing the IED that you can get from the silver emblem. I don't 100% know what you can get for each item, but it's close enough in IED where the silver emblem will give you enough value so you can start tackling some bosses, but you're getting it for a much cheaper rate. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion. If you can get both for the same price, you should 100% pick up the gold emblem over the silver emblem. Also, I do want to add on that the way you obtain the silver emblem is actually harder to get than the gold emblem because you can only obtain it in lower level areas. Yeah. So yeah, the max you can get in silver is 9, gold is 12. So I think that is a bit of it is a supply problem, and also I think a bit of it is also like people are valuing the cheaper enhancement costs over the gold one. But I don't know. I would just pick up the gold one. If it's 2 mil difference, you might as well pick up the item that is going to last you a much longer time. How much would you price check aquatic eye triple prime luck? Dude, that is so hard to appraise because okay, like realistically speaking, it's a very good item, but it's an aquatic eye. That's one thing. It's not a premium item like a BBM, right? That means that it's very hard to find a person that is willing to pay that type of money because you're getting an item that isn't the end game item. You're getting an item that is like a shitter item with a god pot on it, right? So even a 17-star BBM with my BBM is better than a triple prime aquatic eye. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're paying for a god roll cube, but it doesn't really do much for you because the potential on it, I mean the Star Force on it is ass. So like I don't know, like I would not even value it that highly in my opinion. I personally wouldn't pay that much money for that. But you know, it's still triple prime, so then you can charge a slightly higher premium on it. But yeah, that's just my opinion though. If it was on a BBM, then it's a whole different story. But it's just the fact that it's on Aquatic Eye, you know? Right now, but in future, silver price will go down. It was, yeah, I think it will go down. But I think it's a part of it is a supply issue, and also I think people are just valuing the like the potentialing that's cheaper, you know? I mean, triple prime is crazy though. Don't get me wrong. It's just I personally wouldn't pay for it on a suboptimal weapon. That's our item. That's it. Also, I think that one man's asked me why I thought the game balance is bad right now or is busted right now. It's because I think that they gave too many rewards for the event. So it devalued pretty much like all the items, at least in the higher tier. Um, which I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. It's just now it's just we also have that in conjunction with fucking these prices, right? 4 mil for a fucking tap, 1 mil for a cube, set 1.7 for this cube. It costs 170 mil on average to get from unique to legendary, you know? I think it was a little unfair for people to keep stuff from the beta. I mean, okay, if we're being really realistic right now, though, like it was unfair if you look at it from a fresh new player's perspective. But everything that you can get in the game, at least right now, you can get it if you just played starting on the first day. Really, like I don't really think it made that much of a difference if you just played a lot. Like I'm pretty sure I have a friend that started a fresh account, Bishop. He's level 209 right now, and he's starting to clear like Lotus and Damien. You know, it's just the amount of work and money you're willing to put in at the end of the day, right? Like I'm pretty sure you can give someone fresh opportunity, and all the end game players would also still be like at a spot where it's like they're still gonna be at the end game because they're more skilled, they're willing to put in more money into the game, you know. So I don't know, like I mean I understand where you're coming from though, you know. I think that actually the game wouldn't have been bad at all if it just started fresh, because then it would have made a lot of things like more interesting, right? Like we would have seen people rock like Necromancer early on to really try to push towards the harder bosses, like in the beta, you know what I mean? But also, you know, put in conjunction with the fact that everyone can pay to win now as well with the enhancement, I don't know how it would have worked out. People was doing boss already at high levels. I mean, I don't really think it matters. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. The first week, right? The enhancement costs were so expensive to the point where if you enhance within the first 3 days, you had a really bad deal, like an extremely bad deal, in fact. Because I remember during the first day, right? If you had a gold emblem, I actually want to, scratch a lot of things I said. The first week, if you played and you bought all the items, you would have made more money than if you just did the bosses. Because all the items that you bought on the first week, you could have reflipped it for at least 4 to 5x at least. Because gold emblems on the first week were trading for $40 to $100, right? And now they're like 200 or something, right? But they were 400 at one point. So you could have made way more money if you just flipped the items. And also the fact that if you enhance the emblem on the first day, it costs 200 mil per click, right? 200K per click. That means if you enhance it within the first 3 days to clear the first bosses within the first week to make maybe 300 or 400 bucks. I don't know if that's really that crazy, guys. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just the risk to reward was very bad with if you counted for the first week. But if you started in the first week and you played all throughout till now, and you bought equipment within the first week, then you would have been rewarded heavily because you're buying like market dynamics. Everyone was flooding the fuck out of the game. So I don't know. Like I feel like I think that what happened during the beta, if you were smart about it, you could have picked up so many people's cheap items and were able to take advantage of the pricing when it started to drop a lot more. I mean, the majority of the money I made from this game hasn't even been from bossing. It's been from flipping items because I bought so many items in the beginning of the game and I just flipped them all for money because people were just selling things for super cheap. But that's just my opinion, There's always a way to take advantage of the market. Oh, the beta was a month and a half, I believe. So I mean, it was a pretty long time. The only thing I think that the beta players had over other players, is that they get a higher level character. That's the only advantage. But I don't know if that's like, too crazy or anything, because if you play a lot, you can level up really fast. They also only announced toward the end that there was going to be a leap. I mean, they gave us a whole month to realize that there was going to be a leap. So then it was 2 weeks for the initial testing phase, and then after that they announced that they're going to do a world leap. So then they extended it for another month. So you had a whole month. If you missed the initial 2 weeks, you had a whole extra month to play the game and try to get to a place where you're happy with where you're at during the world leap. Why do you kill bosses slowly? You can create 5 more sub accounts and create your drop chance at a very high level. You already have more power to kill them all by yourself. Are you talking about swapping the items? You cannot swap the items that many times. You have a 10-day lock on the items. So I can't just make like 5 bossing meals if that's what you're saying. You can make 2 bossing meals, but I don't know. I don't really care about that type of stuff. Like if I was maximizing ROI, then I would maybe consider doing that. I mean, I know Jet is starting to do that with his other character. Maybe I might do it if I hit this character on 215. I remember last week of beta, everything was getting exponentially more expensive every day. Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense though, because like all the stuff is gonna disappear, so everything is just gonna be expensive. Also, people just stopped enhancing because there's no point in pushing higher content in the game. But also, it's funny because if you RMT during the beta, they didn't ban any players for doing that. I luckily had so much stuff in NFT collection. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you like bought any of the CRA gear on during the fucking Pioneer test, and you fucking sold all that shit, like maybe like a week ago, then you would have made pretty good money. I just liquidated everything to buy what I currently have before leap. Oh, that's very smart. Yeah. You know what? I should have done that too. 20 to 40 times on CRAs from test. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, though, I thought that they would be more. Well, actually, no. I'm pretty sure they weren't gonna ban anyone, but it's like you never knew. No way you kept your NFT collection. No, I didn't keep my NFT collection. I'm saying that it's nice that you had the NFT collection. So you can fund your stuff. My NFT collection, I spent like 2 hours to fill it out. The shit was fucking horrible. I literally went through every single page one by one. Like, oh, what's cheap? I was trying to find stuff for under 200K. If it was under 200K, I would put it in. And then and then it got to a point where I had to find things that were 300K, and then I would put it in. But I mean, that's like a long term type of thing, you know. I mean, now like CRAs are really cheap. Like it's like 16 mil. I mean, they're gonna probably drop even more next week. That's why I'm saying if you want to pick it up, pick one up next week. I mean, if you think that the enhancements will go down, I think it's worth it. If you think that they're gonna stay up forever, then don't buy it. I think they're gonna eventually come down, but they'll probably stay elevated for a pretty long time because everyone can fucking afford them now. So then you just have an item that you can't enhance. It's just I don't know. Game is balancing is so weird right now. Should I buy Noble Ethereum to complete my boss or save for gold emblem? Do the gold emblem. It's way more worth it. At currency, where a lot of botters are, what do you think about the game? Where it's going from here? Well, I mean, like, I think botters are very, very bad for the game, and I don't really have a good answer for you for that because I mean, it just depends on on how like well they're able to implement their anti cheat and all that stuff, right? There's a very heavy monetary incentive to hack in this game, so I don't think that they're ever going to ever like change that. Okay, gold emblem it is. Yeah, yeah, get the gold emblem. It's way more worth it. Since your name is yoked, are you the biggest guy in your friend group? Not anymore, dude. I still lift every day, but I'm not like that no more, you know? Funny question though, bro. The police was a good idea, IMO. I think that I mean they already have GMs that do that shit in like regular MapleStory, so I'm surprised that they never even fucking did that in the first place. You know what I mean? But it's funny because right when they announced it, all like there are a lot of botters that are starting to sell their shit for like 1 ASO. It's so fucking troll. But then they just went back to hacking. Maple has always had a botting hacking problem. Yeah, even like way back in the day, you know, there's always been some sort of crazy hacks in the game. Like I remember back then when I played as a kid, I remember seeing people fucking hack, and then you know I played 10 years later and people were still hacking. So I don't know how they're really going to solve the problem, but I mean it's going to be a part of the game, and I mean it really just ruins the newer player experience for now. But later on, you know, when the game evolves more, it could definitely affect newer game, a lot of like the people in the end game as well. Because for me, I don't even know they're hackers because I don't see any fucking hackers in my maps. But if hackers were literally training at every single map, then I think it's actually fucking crazy. They actually stole the back idea pet from hacks too, dude. You know what's funny? Is like way back then, I remember seeing people hack with their pets and shit. They would collect all the money on the screen, and then now we have fucking pets that do that shit too. They monetize the fucking hack. There are many low level maps. Yeah, I know they're everywhere in fucking low level areas. I hear them from people, you know. It's just I don't see them on my maps. But for me, like it doesn't affect me like I don't see it, you know, but I know that it affects the game very and it's very bad. Man, they took Dimensional Mirror from Private Server for the quick move. I mean, like they probably steal ideas from other things all the time, you know. I mean, I think that's good though. I saw two in Victoria Island. Yeah, dude, they're fucking everywhere. Will you ever do a face reveal? I know there's a handsome Chad behind the screen. Honestly, I would never do a face reveal, but I appreciate it. Probably channel 10 to 100 or 200 channel 10 to 20. Yeah, yeah, like I mean they're fucking everywhere, you know? Just I don't even know like if the maps that are popular, I'm pretty sure they hack there and they probably don't give a fuck, you know? I mean like I'll see them when I train my Legion characters, so I'll complain then, you know? But I mean I think that's actually the number one complaint I see from newer players is they see hackers, and I don't really have a good answer. And it's funny because they really said that they have a well, they didn't say they had a solution, but they did say that they're working on it, and it does seem like it's just affecting everything still. I see auto clearing theme dungeons while leveling alts. What the fuck? That's crazy. I mean, like they don't really there's no cost to creating a character like that, If there was a cost to it, then it would make more sense, but they want as many people to play this game as possible, so I don't know. 30 to 120 is not that bad though. Yeah, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I feel like it's not worth it to face reveal. Yeah, to me that yeah, I'm pretty much always gonna stay anonymous. I mean, like honestly, like I feel like, especially if anything crypto or money related, it doesn't really make sense to reveal your identity, and there's nothing really great about fame, honestly. Anyways, I don't really care if people notice me in person. It's just not really anything I care about. Maybe after a mint event, we'll get a no mint period. Maybe I don't know. I can't afford CRA, Von Leon, and Cygnus. What should I choose? I mean, you can't afford any of them, then go Necromancer. I mean, you just go down the list, right? I agree. I feel like the only value of fame is that you can use it to make money. I mean, like these days there are a lot of monetary incentives to try to do content and build a brand and stuff like that, right? But I think that I like doing it in more like a niche type of community rather than something that is like very very big, because if you're doing something very big, I don't want to be recognized on the street, especially with something like crypto too. It's not really worth it. So but I think that if it's something like like let's say you do fitness or something like that and you're a content creator, I mean, like no one's gonna notice you off the street, but you can still monetize that type of stuff online, and maybe you have a small group of people that notice you. I heard some crypto horror stories. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really think that it's smart for the majority of people to even dox themselves for crypto. It just seems like a very bad risk to reward. Because then I mean, I see these days people be capturing people and torturing them. I mean, like low key, if I got tortured, I'd probably fold, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to get tortured. Just kill me. Give me the gun. Yeah, better risk reward crypto. Yeah, no matter what. So I'll be private. But honestly, nowadays, like I don't really have a lot of money left in crypto, anyways, because I just cash everything out. The risk to having a lot of money on crypto is kind of scary sometimes. And if you made it enough to a point where you can live a comfortable life, I don't even think it's that bad to take out a good chunk of it. Like yeah, honestly though, like I honestly, if you look at me in real life, I would not look like a person that would have a lot of money. So I try to pretend I'm poor because no one was gonna try to harass someone that's poor, you know what I mean? So I LARP as a poor. Yeah, I mean, there's no point, like it's all fun and nice to flex and stuff, but it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's really not worth it. Like no one really gives a fuck at the end of the day. And if you try to do it to impress people, then you should try to find other ways to find happiness. There's just so many other ways. It's definitely not to flex your money. At least that's my opinion. All right, guys, we got reset soon, so let's fucking get some good rewards. Collecting money is cringe in my opinion. I mean, it low key is kind of cringe, especially if they do that shit on social media too. Like honestly, like it's really cringe when someone flexes their option wins and it's like fucking like 10K. I'm like, hey, congrats, man. That and like it doesn't really change much. In my opinion, it's just I don't know. I would love if people would be like you. Good mindset. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Honestly, I just like fucking just I just like playing games. You have a beautiful voice. I can listen to you talk for hours. Oh, I stream like every week, so you can come by and listen to me talk. Oh, I mean, between Von Leon and Cygnus, what should I choose? What class are you? I'll look at the items right now, and I'll tell you what is worth it. Because then if it's we'll do a cost analysis together. That way I can answer your question. My glasses is like 500 bucks. My shirt and pants like around 10 each or less. Spending on quality light is better than flexing in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like I'd rather spend like 1,000 bucks on a fucking like a pillow than like I don't know like 200 bucks on a shirt or something. I don't know. You know, pillow like you fucking sleep on that shit. But a shirt you wear it once and then like I don't know. You're gonna play hero? All right, I'll look at your shit right now. All right, let's look at the fucking marketplace together. Oops. Actually, let's look at Cygnus first. What is the Cygnus fucking items called? Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. All right, if you're gonna play hero, I'm pretty sure the two-handed axe is better. Uh, let's say 1 mil for a weapon, right? 2.3, 0.5. Cape is 4.5. What do you think they're gonna add in content update first? Gallix? They're never gonna add Gallix. It's just too OP. Gallix would destroy the game balance, so they would never add it. Okay, we're gonna look at Von Leon now. 130? Yeah, 200x is BIS and GMS, but I'm not sure about this game. That's why. I don't know. They're gonna add. Oh, this shit is so cheap though. Oh, 1.2. I mean, honestly, it depends on your budget, realistically, because the Von Leon like stuff is pretty cheap. Like I think that the thing is, even if you buy the Cygnus items, you still have to enhance it, and the enhancements for Cygnus is very expensive still. So I feel like you probably should just fucking go on Leon. You know what I mean? The fucking Cygnus is gonna be really, really expensive still. I'm gonna look at the prices for the enhancements for Von Leon versus Cygnus, but I'm pretty sure the Von Leon might be a little bit better. Because the thing is, the value of Cygnus comes in mostly, in my opinion, when you have the full set because you get 30% extra boss. But also, it's the fact that you can go to 22 star eventually, right? But realistically speaking, you're probably not going to 22 star, so you kind of just fucking stay at 16 star anyways. If I go Necro side, do I max out all to 15 stars? Just do the weapon and then maybe do the other ones later. All right, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do this real quick. Let's take a look at the weapon. How much it costs? Oh, I mean that's oh fuck. That's pretty expensive, no? See the how much it costs for the weapon though. What is the weapon called, dude? Why couldn't it just be called Cygnus weapon? Lionheart, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Right now it looks like a Von Leon angle, but unless you're I'd rather just spend on the fucking Von Leon, honestly, even if holy shit. Yeah, do the fucking Von Leon. Fuck the Cygnus, bro. This shit is too expensive. Do the Von Leon. Like in GMS, you have 22 6-line Terminus Defender. One oh yeah, yeah. I know that shields are really good. It's just you know, they don't have them in this game, so it's you can't really do much about that. I think it'd be kind of interesting, you know, if Cygnus had a very, 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 very small chance to get the BIS shield. Oh my god. Because then it's BIS inside GMS, I think, right? Yeah, I would just do the I'm not gonna lie. I think that is a Von Neon angle because I don't even think you can afford to do this. And if you can afford to do this, then I don't know if it's even worth it because you still need to work on your accessories. And all the other stuff like your emblem and I don't know. I think that the Bomb Leon is just way more affordable for a better price point. Is BIS only normal stone by only the yeah, yeah, I mean, it's BIS, but I mean, fuck, dude. Y yeah, shower as well as no shield. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Give me a shield. Give me a shield. Let me see what other questions I have. Are you gonna get banned when buy pro character from market? I mean, probably not. I don't think that they would ever really ban you from buying a character, but if you see a potentially hacked character, then just know that there's a very, very small chance that they could potentially ban you, but I don't think they will. You know what I mean? If you don't want to take that risk, then don't do it. But I don't think you'll get banned. I just don't want to tell people like, oh, you won't get banned because if they get banned, then they're gonna blame me. So I'm just saying that you maybe could get banned. You probably won't. Yeah, they started stating in Discord. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I think we'll have shield because you reach the shield mastery. It says shield or scabbard. Hmm. You see now that makes it more interesting, right? They update some of the boss drops, right? Make it a very small 0.01% chance for a shield drop, and then that makes that boss like a fucking chase. Give me that chase. Give me that 10% extra final damage or something. But yeah, to answer your question, Von Leon or Cygnus, I would still do the Von Leon. I really don't know if the Cygnus is even worth it because it's too expensive to enhance. If it was way cheaper, then maybe. They should call it Mesa Explosion, no cap. Wait, yeah, why the fuck did they call it Gold Explosion? That shit sounds whack, right? Gold Explosion? Like, what is this? Where is it? Right here, Gold Explosion. Like, what is that? Maybe they didn't want to make it that you fucking blow up the money on the floor or something. I don't know. I don't know why it's called that. Yeah, I agree. It sounds so fucking corny. Like, yeah, I'm using Gold Explosion. There's no fucking gold in this game, guys. Just it's Naso. I mean, they probably named it that way for a reason. I don't know why though. Honestly, right now, I just think that is way too expensive to enhance anything in the game at all. It's fucking ridiculous. That Shad doesn't have a 5% nasal drop rate, dude, that'd be so broken, honestly. But like, if Shadower had the extra nasal enhancement thingy, I literally think that they'll always be an OP class. Maybe because there's a finite amount of XP you can generate with the skill, it would be impossible to cap. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. I see. I still don't know how I feel about the the systems in this game. It's so fucking weird still, honestly. Like I don't understand the fucking cap of everything and fucking dynamic pricing. It just all seems crazy to me, but I feel like as a player, it's I don't know if, if it's really fun at all. I don't know. We'll see when the fucking game progresses. I mean, I don't know. I feel like whatever GMS is doing or KMS is doing, it seems kind of looks fine, but I could be wrong. I thought this game was just gonna be KMS or GMS, but with Web3, like you can trade freely and that's it. But they did all this other stuff with it, and I don't know if that's really the right call. It just seems so weird to me. What's my top three favorite anime? Fuck, that's hard. I'm honestly like I don't really like a lot of the new gen stuff. So I like a lot of like older, not like super old, but I would say like 2000s. FMA is my number one. I'm gonna say Code Geass is number two, and then Death Note's number three. So I'm literally like in that era. That's like my favorite. I think that those animes are so goaded compared to what we have now. I just don't really like a lot of the animes now that much. Some of them are still really good, but some of them I'm just like whatever's about. Personally, I'd rather have GMS, but you can mint an item and trade it. I know that's what I really thought that the game was gonna be like, but they did all this other stuff like dynamic supply pricing, all that shit. It's just weird. I still don't know how I feel about it. I mean, like I know it dynamic enhancing so far has not been very, very fun for the majority of players, and me including. I don't really like it. Brotherhood or original FMA. I like Brotherhood more, but I watched the original one like when I was way younger, and I still enjoyed it. It was my favorite anime at that point when I was younger. But when I watched Brotherhood, I mean, like that shit just was way too good for me. Like it was amazing. I still remember the feeling I had when I first watched it. It's like crazy nostalgia. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old now, but a lot of the animes these days don't really do the same for me. I think it's the best anime ever made. Yeah, I mean it's my number one for a reason. I think it's like just the story and like for a product of its time. What the fuck I'm lagging? Product of its time, it's like it's very, very good. Like I don't like how a lot of animes these days where it's like they do everything by like 25 episode like bits. I liked it when it was more like the studios took their time to just do everything you know like episode by episode. My problem with the original FMA was the homunculi was essentially impossible to kill. I do not remember the storyline because I haven't watched the original one in so long, but I do remember that the homunculi were very OP, and some of the things inside that anime didn't really make sense because that's not how the anime was supposed to be. Well, I mean, it's crazy that they even remade it. You never would see that today, where they would totally remake an anime from fucking scratch. When I was a kid, I watched the Chimera episode, changed my life, dude. That shit was like imagine you're a fucking like 10-year-old kid, you watch that shit. It changes your perspective on life, you know. Older animes have feelings, even if it's oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the older anime is just like they just have this different like type of like charms. It's very different. Is Hero a good class? Not right now. They're gonna be really good in Fit Job, in my opinion. You gotta find human remains of the person transmuted to the homunculi to kill it, if I remember correctly. Oh, so they're basically like, what the fuck? So you gotta find where they're buried and then try to do something to them like that. Heroes kind of ass in my opinion right now, dude. I feel like they're not that good. Most of them done by hand, at least the '90s one. Yeah, yeah. I think that I don't know. Like, there's just something about like the old school art too. Like, I don't know. I really like the art style. Like, I mean, the art. A lot of the art is really good these days too. But you can see some of the, the they some of the episodes for the newer stuff. It's like very bad, and then they have like I don't remember what it's called, but then they have like a whole minute or two where everything just goes crazy. How about Bebop is crazy gun animation? Yeah, for a part of its time, it's super good. I don't know. I think I mean, I still like some of the new stuff too. I like Blue Lock a lot. That was a really good anime. I think sometimes when people give me recommendations, I feel kind of bad because like I just I just don't really like it that much. I do like some new anime like JJK. JJK is really good. It's just um I personally think that the power system is very confusing. So I was like, oh, I just didn't really get it. But yeah, I like Blue Lock a lot because it was like very I don't know, it's like about soccer, but it's not only about soccer, it's about like other shit too. Like I like the concept of luck inside the show. That was a very, 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 very good. Like you have to put yourself in the position to be lucky, you can't just be lucky. I don't like JJK because why is MC not the MC in the end? I mean, to me, it's just like a lot of shows, the MC is not always like the main person. But I do agree. I didn't really like the MC as much as some of the other shows. But then Gojo, I mean, I guess Gojo is Gojo the MC. I mean, he is kind of MC, right? He's. I think Gojo low key carries the show. I mean, he kind of carries it, right? I mean, he's fucking crazy, but I don't know. I just like prefer other animes more. I'm planning to play Downward and switch to Downward. You're planning to play Hero and switch to Downward? Uh, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think Downward is gonna be pretty good because even if their damage is not that good, they have a bind and they give support. So yeah, Gojo's in prison for half the manga. I know he gets trapped in the thingy. Yeah, but Blue Lock's just animated pictures, no good animation at all, especially in the 2 seasons. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I actually don't really care that much about animation as much about than I do about like the plot and how the anime makes me feel. And for me, at least me personally, when I watched Blue Lock, it made me feel very good about watching it. So I just personally enjoyed it, even though I knew the animation was not that great. But I understand why people didn't like it because if something is very hard to look at, then it's hard to enjoy it for some people, you know? For me, I personally enjoyed it still. Like it made me feel very good watching the show, so I enjoyed it. But I mean, season one, the animation was pretty good though, I think. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. I have anime that have bad animation or average at best. I enjoy them a lot. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of animes out there with relatively meh animations, but they're still good. Like Bleach doesn't look the best, but that's a top 10 for me. I think that Bleach, in terms of aesthetics, is very, very nice. I like the aesthetics in Bleach a lot. Like the way the characters are designed and like just how the villains are, and I don't know, the designs are very peak. I'm reading manga, so I watch anime. I want some animations. Oh, dude, honestly, I don't read manga because I don't know. I don't have a good imagination, I guess. I feel like to read manga, you have to have a good imagination so you can picture what they're doing inside your head. I've read some manga. I read a little bit of Berserk. Berserk is super good, but I what happens is I forget what like what volume or chapter I'm on, and then I just give up. A lot of people don't like the way Bleach looks. Uh, I feel like it looks pretty good, but I mean, I can see why some people don't like the animation though. I'm talking about like the art aesthetic or Kogias. Oh, it's because all the characters look kind of skinny, huh? I don't know. I think it looks fine, but when I first showed my girlfriend Kogias again, she was like, the character looks weird. It's kind of threw her off. I think that's like a lot of the older animes. They have like a different type of style sometimes. Light novels need imagination. I know that Mushoku Tensei, if you guys ever watched it, that shit is like all light novels, right? Marketplace had maintenance, but still ass. Dude, I tried looking through the items a while ago, but I was like, I couldn't even fucking go through it. Berserk first page though, dude, I haven't read Berserk in so long though. Did you watch Old Gundam Wing? No, I never watched that one. I feel like the only mecha anime I liked was Code Geass, and I like Gurren. Gurren was really good too. Bleach is good AF. Yeah, I need to still watch the continuation. I only watched the first season of it. I really hate it when they do like 12 episodes and then I just forget about watching it and then I gotta catch up. Mushoku Tensei is fire. Jobless Reincarnate. That's Mushoku Tensei, right? I think that the anime it's like really weird because I like the anime, but then everything is kind of like perverted. It's really really weird, but I think it's pretty good. You don't like the MC? Yeah, yeah. But everything else is like pretty good. Like the world building, I think is pretty nice. I don't know. 1,000 Year Blood War is supposed to be peak, but I didn't like how they did that. Oh, dude, actually, I watched the episode, dude. That guy was going kind of crazy, but they did kind of do him a little dirty. He was going kind of crazy, right? His fucking Bankai was insane. That shit was lit. Dude, like when he says Bankai, that shit was like chills, you know? Gotta do my fucking dailies, dude. Eliminate. All right, we're just talking to this one. Leash got the best drip. I agree. I think that the character designs are really, really good. I then made a whole Arcana deal with them, dude. Yeah, I mean, like that was crazy, but I'm not gonna lie though. I sometimes when I watch anime, like I forget. I have to like rewatch a little bit of it, and then then I get like a better idea of what you're talking about. But I do remember something like that. Aranka, the whole Aranka to deal with him. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, and they made the Quincy just brush him off. Oh yeah, yeah. I do remember that. Like he was fighting like them, and then I forgot something happened, and then he kind of got clapped. Wonder Weiss. I believe that's how you say it, right? I need to do my fucking dailies. Polluted tree sap. Actually, I need to do this shit first. Oh fuck! Did I not turn it in? Oh, I might have not. Yeah, I need to catch up on Bleach though. I haven't watched it recently. I have not been watching a lot of anime just because I don't know. I should do it when I grind off stream, but I think it's easier for me to watch stuff when it's dubbed. I don't like watching dubbed anime, so I watch other shows because it's easier for me because I can understand what they're saying even if I don't look at the screen. But then like when I watch anime, I gotta like pay attention to what they're saying. Yeah, I gotta watch it too. I think I think that they split that into two parts, like part one, part two, and then it's one season or something. I think it was something like that. Yeah, same FMA dub though goes crazy. Yeah, I think a lot of the old dubs are pretty good. Like I think Dragon Ball Z dub is pretty good. And I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z back in the day. What's the minimum ID crit you want? I mean it depends. You should try to get as close to 93 as possible. But you know, it's fine if you're at 85, 88. You know, it just depends on what you hit. Uh, is there a cap? I mean, like the way that IED is like calculated, it's not calculated very as it's very confusing because it's not calculated like additively. So yeah, it is a diminishing stat. So just try to go for like 85 through 90, 90, 93 is where you want to aim at, but I mean, it just depends on what you hit at the end of the day, you know. It's yeah. Just try to hit like 85 at least though. And if you can't, then just try to get as close to it. Let's see. I'm just glad that Bleach still sticks to sound design. I feel like the sound design is pretty good in Bleach, right? You know, I think One Piece got really good sound design too. Whenever I hear like the sound design and like the fight scenes, it's always really nice. What about crit rate? Try to get 100%. So mine's is 100%. I think it's non-negotiable. Try to get as close to as possible. Obviously, you don't want to try to give up too much to try to get there, but as long as you can get there you know, with the resources that you have, it's good. Yeah, it also depends on what class you are because some classes it's pretty much just impossible to reach 100%. Like or it's very very difficult without spending too many resources on it. I don't know if every class can hit 100% at this point in game history. Yeah, I think some of the mages might struggle. I was looking at the Ice Lightning mage. That shit had like 30% crit rate. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like it seems like you would need to invest a lot to be able to even get close to 100%. And I don't know if that's worth it because they still need other stuff like um buff duration on their inner ability. So they're just a really hard class to fund really hard. IL used to run crit IA. I mean that makes sense, right? Because then they need so much crit. I mean they need to just fucking put Legion in this game, then we can start working on our Legion. The best IA was attack speed, buff, crit rate. Dude, those are like the hardest ones to fucking hit. Like attack speed is hard to hit, buff duration is hard to hit, crit rate is hard to hit. So literally all the ones that I dread trying to hit. I think IL is supposed to be really good right now, but a little bit harder to fund. Took me millions to roll that on GMS. Yeah, I mean, who knows if they're even going to have like a fucking IA event, right? We have no sunny Sundays. Where the fuck are the sunny Sundays? On event sometimes? Oh my god, that's fucking horrible. I mean, they should have fucking Sunny Sundays. Like, just give us something, right? For mage, what is this weapon with +1 attack speed and ability? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Everyone tells me that that staff is better for mages, so I'm pretty sure it's staff. 20% cooldown is good. It's good on certain classes. For Shadower, it's pretty good because you can skip Smokescreen and Shadow Veil, and also Sudden Raid. So that's it's not bad. It's actually decent. You can skip Smokescreen like once or twice in a fight. Like I think there's a lot of value in that. The longer the boss fight is, the more value you get out of skip cooldown. But it's pretty hard to hit. The bind also gives IED. That's a plus. I didn't know it gives IED. That's pretty good. I feel like any support that gives IED right now is very, very valuable. You just have to know that how to calculate how much IED you can kind of take off. Because right now I party with the bishop for Lotus and Damien. That means I can take off some IEDs on my hypers. IL bind is 12 seconds instead of standard 10. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, they're like a mini Kana bind. Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty good. I mean, that means they're always gonna be kind of useful, right? Because their bind is 12 seconds. Pretty good. I mean, imagine they're like the budget Kana in Kalos. Yeah, that 2 seconds makes a difference too. Yeah, you wouldn't really think that it would, but the 2 seconds actually does make a difference, especially in a burst. It just feels a little extra longer. I know because when I had a Kana bind in my Kalos party, I was like, dude, this shit feels like it lasts forever. I mean, who knows if we're ever gonna get fucking Kalos, right? If we get Kalos, that'd be nice. But we gotta get the other bosses first. I want to do some of the newer boss content. Like I'm tired of fucking running CRAs, bro. CRAs, they're not doing it for me. CRAs, I mean, like Damien is just not a really fun boss. Like Lotus is pretty fun, but I don't know, dude. Those bosses, we need better ones. Give me Lucid and Will now. I want a custom boss in this game. Technically, there are classes that can extend up to 20 seconds, but it binds based on the damage done. So you're like one shot. Oh, yeah. I think that also for Dawn Warrior it does the same thing. But I mean, at that point, it's like the bosses can't even be binded for that long. Like, why did they even add that as a part of the game mechanic? Right? You can bind the boss for a longer time, but you have to do this much of damage or something. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really make sense from a game design perspective. Like, what was the point of doing that? I mean, there's probably a reason why, but I don't know. I don't really get it. Maybe it's for fucking e-bosses. Max is giving me brain damage. Can't imagine fighting with any other class in Shad. Yeah, that boss is horrible. I think that Shadower is only one of the only classes that can handle that boss like relatively fine. Like there are other classes that can do decent, like Paladin can do decent because they can bind him and they have like a 30-second iframe, and then Ice Lightning can bind him, so that makes the boss fight easier. But like if you're like playing like Bowmaster, oh my gosh, that boss is fucking horrible because you cannot hit him for your life. Wait, can Bowmaster use Hurricane and jump at the same time? What's better class? Binder class, IL or Pally? I mean, IL can bind for 12 seconds, so it's slightly better. Um, I want to say that IL is slightly better, but I also want to say that the difference isn't that much, and also you get a lot of value from Paladin because they can give IED for the whole fight. It just depends, really. But I mean, it's not a really big difference. Yeah, Pally gives more to the party overall. Yeah, I think it just I don't know. I really don't think it makes a big difference. Like take whatever you can get. The Paladins. I feel like I don't know any Paladins in the late game really because no one wants to fucking play that class for some reason. Even though I think they're pretty good. I think they're really underrated. I mean, their solo damage isn't good though, but I think everything else is good. Training paladin, yeah, yeah, and the training is probably whatever too. But I mean, I feel like all warrior training is probably not amazing, right? I mean, heroes is actually decent because of puncture. They can triple plat on some maps, but other than that, I don't know. The solo is bossing is so bad in pitch up. Oh yeah, it's because they need another person to do damage, right? Hmm. But low key, like, what if the meta becomes like duoing because soloing is just unattainable for a lot of players. Lose 20 FE solo versus duo on Pally. I don't know. What if I mean, like, what if the meta becomes duoing? But even doing boss is not even that bad in my opinion. I duo Lotus and Damien. I feel like it's still worth it. Duo and trio would be nice as meta. I think that low key is kind of the meta for a lot of players already, right? I don't think six-man party is very uh like okay, like the thing is since you're splitting the rewards uh between six people, it means that your rewards are way less, right? That means like people are not gonna want to do six-man parties, even if like let's say hard lotus and hard demon come out. Like if the rewards are way less consistent for that boss, even though there's a small chance to hit a like a pitch boss or something, I don't know if people would want to run it. Like they'd rather just solo it, get guaranteed money every week. Like until the rewards all get drained out from normal and yeah, normal lotus and Damien. Like I don't why would you want to run the hard bosses unless the rewards made sense? I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. Unless like you're doing like duos or trios for hard, then I could see it because at least then you have a way higher chance of hitting the items, or you split amongst your party if it's worth it. Oh yeah, if you can find a nice a consistent partner, it's great. I know, like I'm really lucky because I found a very consistent partner with my duo as my bishop because he's fucking juiced. That's one thing, and he's also a really good player. And it's really hard. It's actually really hard to find both right now. To find a player that is willing to spend a lot of money on the game, but is also really good at the game. So if you're able to find someone like that, it's really nice. And having someone play bishop on top of that, it's even better because they give me a lot of support, and I can do the bosses way easier. Like in Lotus, I can just stick on Lotus and not have to worry about dying because if I die, I have door. Very underrated in my opinion. Bishop plus Shad is so fun. Yeah, you get fucking Giga Chad Shad and then fucking Pocket Bishy. Shield smokescreen. Yeah, you get magic shell and smokescreen, so you can avoid a lot of boss mechanics. It's really good. I don't know, Bishop is really good. I just don't think a lot of people value them as much as other classes. But I don't know. I think that the later the game goes, the way better it is. Bro, there's a ton of crypto whales that just throw money at games but get gapped if the game takes any skill. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, like, I mean, even in this game, right? I think that this game is like you need both. You can't just spend money in the game. You also got to fucking be good at it too. Because then some people they think that they can just get like spend 10K on the game and they can start doing CRA, but they still got to learn the boss mechanics and how to do everything. Yo just got back, got something from Raffles. Haven't checked yet. I'll check right now. Bro, I didn't get shit. I got money. It's all good. How many stars going for Unchained equip? 10 stars probably. Yeah, 10 stars. I would say 10 stars for everything. I didn't get shit either. Sad. Yeah, I mean it's way harder to get stuff now because also because the booster rewards are starting to get drained more, your odds are gonna get worse. This is what I mean. Like this event, it made the rewards like way too juiced. So like now we're just gonna get way less. Like I'd rather have it had it get spread out over like the span of like a month, like a few months. But instead it got juiced all into like 2 weeks. So I don't know. Guys, I'm getting my flame in 5 days. At least I won the NASO. Very nice, bro. Should I switch from Necro to Von Leon? The Q prices are close. I think I messed up. How close are the prices right now? I'll take a look real quick. Von Leon. Very close? Yeah, if it's very close, just fucking go Von Leon. You should always go Von Leon if it's close. The only reason why I give Necro as an option is if, you couldn't afford to get to the next point of the game, Necro is an option. Like I whenever I tell people to do anything, especially if I make a video, I give people options to, the thing is I give them options, but it's their job to also figure out if it's even worth going for it. Because I a lot of times when I tell someone to do something, it's what's best at the current moment or what's good enough at the current moment. But things change really, really fast in this game because of how dynamic prices work. So you can tell someone one thing one day, and then the next day it all gets messed up. What about NL? Um, that class is ass. I've talked to like at least 15 people and they say that class is ass. But if you want my real answer, I think they're good. They just require way more funding. And I think that you will probably not have a good time if you don't want to spend a lot of money on the character. I think that's a really good for me to put it. That class is giga ass. Hey, yeah, he put it that way. But oh, you think it's the best in Fit Job? Actually? I don't know enough about the meta when Fit Job was a thing. So, if NL is the best job in Fit Job, that would be really nice to know. NL fifth is what makes NL NL. It has the best burst in the whole game. Yeah, I know they have really good bursts, but I didn't know that they're valued as the number like the best in the game. You know what I mean? But I know that they were good. But if that was the case, then you're playing the character for the future. You know what I mean? You're not playing it for today. Because if it's today, you're having a bad time. His 5 times throw becomes like 20 times throw. I've never played fifth job NL, so I don't know anything about that class. I just know that its burst is godlike and it does a fuck ton of damage. And they're probably gonna be really, 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 really good with Bishop and Paladin. Where the fuck was I going? I'll do Monster Park. I mean, fuck, dude. Like, maybe you guys should stick with NL. You'll get paid heavily. It's actually so fun. I've never played NL. Maybe I'll try it out in GMS something. I can see NL going from F to S tier when Fit Job comes out. Dude, hey guys, you fucking buy all the claws right now. All the NLs are gonna are gonna come out during Fit Job, bro. They don't want to play this game when Fit Job comes out. So fucking buy all the claws. Can fly around the map, has some of the best mobility. The thing is, the thing is, I like playing classes that like all their mobility is linked to a flash jump. I think it's so much easier. The double jump into Shadow Web, you're legit flying to the other side of the map. I know their mobility is good, but I feel like I suck at using it. I tried playing like my NL at level 200, and I was like, I suck at moving around with this character. I mean, NL is gonna be good because they have fucking like they have like a lot of the tools that Shadow has too. You have Dark Sight, so any class with Dark Sight is gonna be really good. Does that all have on Fitch get carpal tunnel like Shad? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you just fucking go put your burst on 1 through 6 and then hold down the attack button and that'll probably be good enough. I mean, like I think Shad is like is a bit like I wouldn't really recommend a lot of players to play Shad and Fit Shot because their burst rotation is not very like it's not very easy. You don't just press 1 through 6 and then you do a lot of damage. You got to do like 1 through something and then wait half a minute and do it again or something. Or like a minute and a half, yeah. Like I remember doing their burst and I think it's just not very nice for a lot of people to play. They're like a DPM class, but also has an okay burst. I think that this class fits my playstyle a lot more than NL, but I'm pretty sure that NL is gonna be better, especially when stuff like Oz rings come out too. The world goes crazy. What's funny though? I think that with Shadower, I realize when I do a lot of the bosses, I'm very loud with my key presses because I remember I was doing Lotus and Damien. I'm just like mashing the button really hard. Yeah, that class you gotta mash a little more. Hopefully they add class up there. I don't think they will, but no, I'm not sure. If we don't get Con Ring when they add Oz Ring, Shadow's way worse though. Yeah, I really hope they do fucking add con ring. I mean, who knows when they're gonna add like Oz rings in the first place. They won't. The reason why I don't think they're going to add class swapping, at least for explorers, is because you can buy and sell accounts. I don't think they would really do that. But that's just what I think. I could be wrong though. Like the only reason why they have it as an option is in like GMS or KMS is because you can't really buy and sell accounts, so it doesn't really devalue your character. All it does is just change the class. Power rings came out at a different time than the other offsprings, so I don't know. I feel like they would add it all together though, because it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would they just add the fucking roar and weapon jump and stuff? I think that they would add it because it's already like a part of the game. But if they're really trying to stick to the true timeline, then I tell them that they should not do that because it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it would be nice if you be able to job change, but I don't think they will. My training, I know, but I heard it's not fun. I mean, I feel like you could be really patient with training it. You don't have to like you want to just put it into the monster park and train it every day through the monster park. You can do that too. It's not really like a huge issue. I feel like to really like rush getting it to level 200. And it's, I mean, who knows when that fucking content is gonna come out. You fund it, it's really good. Yeah. Come on, NL, right? I think NL is like one of those classes you definitely want to fund a lot. I wanted, actually, you know what's funny? I wanted to play NL, but then I switched to Shadower because I like the way that their mobility is more than Shadower. I mean, I like Shadower's mobility more, so I only chose Shadower because the mobility felt a little bit easier for me to control because of how the flash jump works. So I ended up choosing Shad, and Shadower just happened to end up being really, really fucking good. So I got kind of lucky, and I also played Shadower before as a boss mule, so I was very familiar how it felt to play. And now I'm super comfortable with the class. It's like super fun to play too. Dude, I wonder when we're gonna have to stop. Like when are the percentages gonna get so low to the point where like I don't even want to run this anymore? I'm still running it because it's really good money, but if the percentages are like 0.1%, I'm never gonna run my daily bosses anymore. It's just too much work. Do you grind GMS and MSU now, or you don't have time for MSU? I only play this game right now. I don't play GMS anymore because I trying to grow this game, not only just my YouTube community, but I want to make this game like everyone. Like I'm trying to grow it for everyone. Like I want to make like content so this game can be a really good game and it will survive. But I will also complain about the game a lot too. So yeah, I only play this game though. I think this game has a good future if they can just balance everything correctly. Right now the balancing is so bad though. How to unlock normal magnets? I'm already 170, but can't do it. It says I'm not qualified. You have to do the pre-quest. You don't just automatically unlock bosses in this game. You have to do pre-quest to unlock them. Like every single boss in the game, pretty sure. So you don't have access to it. Just Google Magnus pre-quest and then you can find the boss. But I can do easy Magnus. There are two different quests. The easy Magnus quest is separate from the normal Magnus. So you have to continue doing that same quest for easy Magnus, and then you'll unlock normal Magnus. Normal Magnus so fun. Yeah, my favorite boss. Nah, that boss is horrible. I mean, if they made it that you can duck the knockback, the boss would be way better. But the fact that you can't duck the knockback in this game, it's really, really bad. They need to nerf the way the meteor spawning on that boss, and also make it so that you can duck the knockback. Because some classes just don't have counterplay for the knockback. And then the boss would be way, way more fair, in my opinion. As it is now, it's just horrible. My bishop friend is like tilted to the max with the knockback. Yeah, the way that you even do it, like as any other class, is you just have to be very familiar with the knockback range and just play outside of it. That's the only thing you can really do. And yeah, and shadowers they have super armor, you know. So the reason why having super armor is so OP is one thing is no other classes really have it in a way that Shower does. You know, some classes might have it in like a very specific scenario. Like Bowmaster, you can use covering fire to take one hit, but you don't really do anything from doing that. It's just really just to prevent you from getting knocked back. You can just have insane DPM as Shadower. That means that you can technically, if you know what you're doing, you have really high uptime on the boss. You can do a lot of bosses way earlier on. Like, I can do Lotus solo probably earlier than a lot of classes can because my uptime on that on my class is really, really good. I mean, honestly, doing uptime on Lotus is pretty easy though, but that's just an example. Dude, every time I hit one of these, I have not gotten it recently. Yeah, like right now, I think that um, you know, I do want to eventually push towards soloing Lotus, but my gear is pretty capped in terms of like, I'm pretty strong for how much more gains I can make. The only thing is really pushing my B pots to to fucking legendary, but that costs a lot of money. And then also star forcing, but star forcing cost is really bad. So I'm basically just going to look to maybe try to get Absolab, and that'll give me damage from the boss effect. And I still have to work on cubing and potentially those to 17 star too. That's probably my next project I'm gonna do on this character. 'Cause I think B pots are just so expensive for the amount of damage I get. Like they definitely do add a lot, but I think the Absolab is not really far away from me and something I will probably eventually get to in maybe a month or two, or at least one piece. Dude, honestly, now I feel like when I do the daily bosses, all the rewards have gotten drained, so it doesn't really feel like I'm getting as much as before. I feel like it's even worse for newer players, right? They come into the game and then they do fucking Horntail and then they solo it. Like, yes, my first Horntail clear. And then they get nothing. Must feel awful. I mean, this game is pretty top heavy, honestly. Like, it's really, really top heavy. Like, you benefit a lot from being very good and spending money into the game. What is your flame? Did you get any attack on it, dude? This is what I mean. We need more fucking flames so people don't get shitty flame pots. Waiting 2 weeks for you to get a shitty flame is not nice. Int straight all stat. Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. Like it is what it is. But we keep pushing. You know, they need to make it so that we can farm flames. Then they'll solve that problem. I know. I'm hoping someone from the team is watching this one day. We need flames. Give us some flames. Raise their drop rate, people farm more. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think they should give out like the way that flames are given out right now from like right now if you get a flame from like a like you get like a coupon and you just get the whole flame. But I think they should do something like this where you get like these small little things and then you can progressively see that you're getting the flames like over time. That way it just feels like you're getting closer to the goal. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that later on in the future where you can like either farm for it through bosses or something. Cause I mean, I don't know why they're being so stingy with flames. You can only get flames one way right now. I've never gotten the 100K one yet. I've only gotten 30K and 10K. All right, let's see. Royal Von Leon is good for Shadowver. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Like the thing is about it's good for any class. It's not just only good for Shadowver. God damn it. I gotta wait for this fucking thing. Honestly, guys, I think it's time to call it. I'm pretty tired and I'm gonna go chill for a bit. So I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Hopefully I stream more. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, guys. Peace out.